Your mom and dad. Your mom and dad. Your mom and dad. Your mom and dad.
Well, welcome home, family. It's your mom and dad. And it is a holy sacred day because today is Cast Bios Part 1.
It's Christmas.
It's Christmas, it's New Year's, it's all of your favorite holidays wrapped up into one. And because this isn't just Cast Bios, this is the first ever Golden Bachelorette Cast Bios. So we're going to be going over older gentlemen,
which is my favorite.
Which is going to be wild. But the special treat of this episode is that because we're going over these older gentlemen, we had to bring in your most favorite, our bestie for the restie. Instagram free Aunt Katie is in the building. She's back.
Our certified man analyst.
Oh, get ready.
Yeah.
I said, listen, when we go out, dear sweet Insta-free Aunt Katie has a special Scorpio eye for reading the men.
They're 2015 these days.
She got eye surgery recently.
Yes.
So now her realize. And when we're out at the bars and out and about just in life, your Scorpio eyes can truly detect anything.
That is so sweet.
So true.
Scorpio
so sweet.
eyes.
Oh, Scorpio eyes you do not mess with, Evan.
It's
and
scary.
now that Scorpio eyes are a 2015 vision.
Yeah, there's no stopping.
There's
and
no
2015 is
stopping.
better than 2020, right?
Yeah.
It is.
What's the 15?
It's just sharper,
Is that
right?
close? Or what is that?
20 feet.
Okay.
The 2020 is like the size of the letter. So then 2015 is like even smaller.
Even smaller. So you could look at smaller letters than a 2020 person. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. So you've
Sharp.
elevated
This
science.
I
I'm
was gonna
always
say.
going to be elevated. I'm an edge.
Yeah. Okay.
But here's the thing, okay? So these men are older.
Okay.
So they're not going to be for you. Right.
Why am I here?
Yeah.
Jones.
I cleared my
Ew.
whole evening for this.
So the first guy pops up, ew. Next guy, ew.
These are guys I'm dating.
You're like, oh, I thought that I was the bachelorette in this circumstance.
Like, but are they tall?
Are they tall? These are Jones men. But as we go over these cast bios, what we always have to remember is
They might have sons.
they might have sons.
Interesting.
Okay, so gentlemen, if you are listening and you are absolutely charmed by Instagram free Aunt Katie and you have some wonderful sons, slide into my DMs, I guess, because she doesn't have social media. Unless you're revealing that you have one today.
Thought about it. Nah.
Well, we need
Not
to have,
right
we
now.
need to have some
Not
sort
right
of
now.
submission email thing.
Yes.
Like sons for Katie at, you know what I mean?
gmail.com.
my son for Katie.
Oh my God.
At
I would kind of
yourmomanddad.com.
love for that.
I do.
Maybe when I turn 35.
Yeah, my
do
son's
that.
submission at
I like send the sons at
Send
your
the
mom and
sons.
dad podcast.
my son, your Katie at your mom and dad. We'll figure something
We'll figure
out.
it out. We'll figure it out.
We're workshopping.
Yeah.
But family, it's cast bio time, everybody.
Ooh, I can't wait.
And so for everyone who is first joining us, which includes you too, Katie,
Yeah.
I'm going to give you the 411 of what we do.
Tell me everything.
I'm
Yeah.
going to give you the 411. So this is a good episode to tune into the YouTube because we will be having the men's photos for your viewing pleasure.
Yeah.
But what we do is we go on the ABC website and we go man by man. But first, we just look at their photo. We just see their photo and their name. Nothing else. And then we make some wild assumptions and judgments about what these guys may be like. And then after, we have a little fun moment, then we're going to look at their actual ABC bio and see if anything lines up or if we're off. And even if the bio looks good, we still might be feeling like,
Sleep with one eye open, Joan.
Yeah, exactly.
honestly, Joan, because we saw what happened last season. Okay. You didn't watch Jen season, but you've heard.
I've heard.
Okay.
I'm up to speed.
She's up to speed. But that is what we do. We're going to have a silly fun time. And men in advance, we don't know anything about these guys. We haven't seen their photos. In fact, Evan and I have been so good about not even seeing
Not
any
even looking at a
clip,
single thing.
preview, averting our eyes. So this is our first time seeing these guys, so we don't know anything about them. So sorry, gentlemen, in advance if we read you to filth, read you to the ground, and you're a lovely guy. You know, just...
But chances are we're going to be right. Because old dogs, new tricks generally don't go together. So,
yeah,
if your face tells a tale.
Listen, Joan seems like the most incredible woman. So just a little, info reminder on Joan. She is 61. She is a school administrator in Maryland. Obviously, we know how much her family means to her. She sacrificed her time during the Golden Bachelor to go be with her daughter who was dealing with some postpartum stuff, an incredible mother. Her husband passed away a few years ago, and Joan is blowing up on TikTok with her food making videos. So she's a school administrator, she's a chef, she does it all. So we want the best for Joan, so we will be critical of these men.
I love it.
Not to give
We
away too
always
much.
are critical of the men, so there's that.
Yeah, and not
They
to give
deserve
away
it.
too much personal information, but kind of sounding a lot like your mom.
So much like my mom.
Right? There's a lot of tie-ins there. So when we analyze this, what it could be an interesting, it's like you can kind of look through the eyes of like, if my mom was dating and I'm combing through these men here, there's kind of, maybe not. Actually, maybe that's too much.
Like, this is about to be a bloodbath.
I hate him.
But she does give me your mom energy.
She gives Ruth energy.
Yeah.
She really does. Just absolutely stunning, amazing, great
School
mom.
administrator.
School administrator. So similar age.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
what I'm
this
saying.
is
Well,
meant for you.
Got it.
Realize.
Yeah.
Realize.
They just learned that yesterday. They're very excited about saying that, you guys.
Okay. First of all, do not come for us. We've been saying that for so many
For
years.
so many days.
Evan, do not make me
Okay,
come
we're
for
already
you right
starting
now.
off a little bit. Okay, yeah, apologies.
Yeah,
Reel it in.
What
Yeah.
we
Reel it in.
have started saying the past few days, though, is it's gator season.
It is gator
Yeah.
season.
Which means that it is Libra Scorpio season for Miss Katie over here. Gator season, meaning it's time to look for the men. The men are
I'm
coming
out
out of the
there.
woodworks when it's Libra Scorpio season for you, and they just come and it's gator season. So we have been singing that through the halls of every home, outside, running through the
Every
beach,
park,
screaming,
beach.
it's gator season, and
Bluff.
nobody knows what we're talking about.
And Ember also is included in this, and she'll just shout,
Ember's-
"It's gator season," which means Katie's looking for a possible match in life.
So
Which-
when a tall man walks by,
When a tall,
Amber
cute
just
man-
looks at Katie and goes, "It's gator season," and I'm like, okay, well,
And it's funny. Well, two things. One is, where did this come from again? Just watching some documentary or something?
No, my mom lives in Florida
Yeah.
and has a lake in her backyard
Right.
that there's now a gator. And my nephew and I, every time we go to the window to look at the alligators,
Yeah.
I would just say, "It's gator season."
Right. Okay,
And
got
we'd
it.
run to the window and look.
Right.
Which isn't far off of what we would do if there's a cute boy walking
Right,
down
right,
the
right.
street.
Exactly.
So it kind of felt like
Yeah.
simpatico to that energy.
And I've been trained, you guys. I am always looking for hot guys now. It's all I do, and I don't even know why. Like, I'll be out with Jess, we'll be out to dinner, and I'll just be like, "That guy's hot." And it's like, "Why did you say that?" I'm like, "I don't know." I'm like, "Oh yeah, because I'm so used to being around Katie." And we've been trained. She has trained us subliminally to
Yes.
look for tall hot guys.
our entire family.
Tall hot
Where
men.
literally I'll just be like walking around combing the beach for tall hot guys, and I'm like finding myself doing it, and I'm like, what is happening to me right now? And it's like I just realized I've been trained subliminally to hunt hot guys.
We were
for gays.
legitimately
worked.
on the beach the other
Yep.
day, and Evan, I was just watching him scan and go, "Good looking guy, good energy. Good looking guy, good energy." And I
Why
was
isn't
like,
she
oh.
talking to him?
Yeah,
I don't
why is she talking? And I'm
understand.
like, what am I doing? This is insane.
Like, Evan, God, we're just walking to the cafe.
It's
So,
insane.
I
though.
right
appreciate it.
now-
I appreciate it.
Right now, it is old gator season.
Yes, it
is.
Yay!
So let's officially start off. Let's get into it. It's going to be, like I said, part one. So we're going to go through half of the guys, and let's do it. But first, we got to take a quick pause. Oh, family, actually, real quickly, just want to say make sure to tune in next week for our cast bio breakdown part 2, and also next Friday for our premiere recap of Joan's premiere Bachelorette season. We are so excited. Also wanted to note that there is a lot of drama currently going down in Batch Nation post Jen's finale. Do not even get me started about the furiousness that I feel with Devin's recent posts. Okay, there is literally ice running through my veins. There's a lot to go over and is still currently all happening. But obviously, of course, today we have our cast bios part 1 and then next week part 2, Joan's premiere episode recap. So we do have those things happening. And also, TBH, we are recording these early because Evan will be traveling again. So we want to stay updated, and when we drop our thoughts about the drama, have it be up to date and not like a week behind. So our plan is to, in the upcoming few episodes from now or in the upcoming weeks, give you all of our thoughts on current drama in Bachelor Nation. So look forward to that one, huh?
Oh, yeah.
So just wanted to put that out there. It will be coming. Our thoughts will be coming. That is our plan. That is at least our plan. But family, okay, we got to talk for a second. You know, numerous of these men are going to say that they are romantics, okay? Love a long romantic walk on the beach, right? But what happens during the long walk? Your feet start to ache some because of your shoes. Well, if you were like me and had that problem, well, let me tell you about Vionic Walk Max sneakers for him and for her, for everyone, Joan and her match. They can get a pair together, okay? Listen, these Vionic Walk Max sneakers have changed the game for me. I am a big walker now, and with my old sneakers, I was dealing with sore feet. It was not fun. But then the Vionic Walk Max sneakers came to me, and I swear to you, I put these sneakers on my feet and I immediately felt the difference. I've never felt this way in my life when I put a pair of shoes on, where I felt the difference immediately. I wear them all day long on long walks, and at the end of the day, my feet feel great. They feel great. They're perfect for all day wear, staying active, or your everyday go-to. And this is science-led design informed by biomechanics to create the ultimate walking shoe. It's incredible, and they are also so cute. I have the cream tango tangerine color, and I love them.
Yeah, I love my pair of Vionic Walk Max sneakers. They feel amazing. Vionic's exclusive VioMotion technology is really what sets them apart. This exclusive podiatrist design technology features unmatched underfoot contours, providing stability and support through every single stride. They began by revolutionizing medical orthotics. Today, they continue to use that science to engineer shoes that leave you feeling energized and confident all day.
I have turned so many of my friends onto these shoes because they see my shoes and they're like, oh my gosh, those shoes are so cute. And then I'm like, you should feel how comfortable they are all day long, okay? Check out their website. They have so many amazing styles, like their Uptown loafers. They're so chic. I am obsessed with them, with my new pair. But they have so many styles, even heels. They even offer a 30-day guarantee. Wear them, love them, or return for a full refund within 30 days. Use code MOMDAD at checkout for 15% off your entire order at www.vionicshoes.com when you log into your account. One-time use only. That's code MOMDAD at www.vionicshoes.com. Vionic Shoes, wearable well-being for your feet.
Yes.
Okay, everybody, let's do it. Our first guy is Bill. Oh my God. Starting off, I mean, look at that handsome man.
See, this is what I like about Jess and Katie.
I see Katie's face. Katie's
is
like,
that Katie's like, not my style, and Jess is like, definitely my style. So this is great. This is what's awesome about this dynamic. Okay, I'm going to start this one off.
this man is so handsome.
He's giving most interesting man in the world Dos Equis.
Oh, he drinks whiskey every day.
But you know what I mean?
By the gallon.
But doesn't he look like that guy? He looks like a man who's traveled many lands and has like many stories about like his time in Barbados. And then he was a journalist in, I don't even know, South Africa for a while.
Yes.
And then he wrote an article that won a bunch of prizes. Like, he looks like a guy who's seen many lifetimes.
Yes, and the outfit is really giving it too.
Yes.
I get the most interesting man in the world energy, but when I look at this man is the love child of Steve Carell and Luke Wilson. It is Steve Carell and Luke Wilson.
Even though he's older than both of them.
But he's their love child.
He's their love child.
Can you guys not see it?
I can see the Steve Carell.
Like, he has the Steve
It's
Carell.
a smile.
The smile in the eyes, but like his face shape and kind of energy is giving me Luke Wilson. Right? I don't know.
You know, that's a little too deep for me.
I see.
But I just can't get over if this picture had a little bit more of a vintage filter on it.
Yeah.
All right.
This guy
roll it
has a
back.
movie about him.
It's a gorgeous photo though.
Yeah, it is
Definitely
cool.
lives in like the Bahamas.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
think
Has a
so?
home in the Bahamas.
Yes.
Facts.
Do you think he's got cash?
I think he has cash. I think that he's like an Architectural Digest, like in the Bahamas.
Oh wow.
That's like his energy.
Yes.
He has great taste.
You don't have a beard like that and not have a home
Yes.
in the Bahamas.
Yes.
It's the immediate go-to. No, I see. Maybe it's because now I'm fixated on this love child, Steve Carell, Luke Wilson thing, but I'm getting like screenwriter.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, movies.
Screenwriter or producer, something in like the movie biz.
Okay.
You know, I mean, he could
He's
even,
in the industry.
Maybe okay, this is what it is. Bill, so handsome. I can just picture him young, wanted to be an actor and it just didn't work out. So
Steve beat him to it.
Steve beat him to it. He's getting all the damn roles.
Yeah.
He got the Office role and it just went downhill from there for good
Yeah.
old Bill. And then he decided to get involved in other forms of the movie industry. That's what I'm getting from him.
I'm also getting writer, but not screenwriter. I'm getting like Hunter S. Thompson's best friend. You know what I mean? Like they would sip tequila in Havana and
Yes.
talk about, running with the bulls. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Do you think he speaks Spanish?
He speaks many languages.
Them all.
There's a 5 to
There's
7.
not a single language that Bill doesn't speak.
He can do it all.
But he speaks many languages. I'm gonna say like a novelist, like he writes
Wow.
novels.
I mean, but screenwriter, kind
Sure.
of similar.
Sure, absolutely.
And then also, like, there is something about this Architectural Digest energy that I could picture a novelist obviously landing an Architectural Digest with his sprawling, open concept floor plan home in the
Yeah.
Bahamas.
Also, he's like weirdly, like the background weirdly matches his personality. I don't know how that's even possible. But this kind of like Tuscan rough background like matches who he is. Like no one else should have this background because this background, his picture is in his house.
I'm like in love with him. Damn it, Mom.
Really? Right now?
He's
Why did my
mysterious.
mom ever go on the Golden Bachelor?
He's
I would
very
live.
mysterious.
This could be my stepdad, Bill. Bill, I bet Bill has some interesting sons.
Bill, submit your sons.
Send the
In
sons.
the email,
Okay.
Sons for Katie
Alrighty.
at momanddad.com.
What does he do?
Okay.
retired videographer.
Okay.
He's a videographer from Portland, Oregon. Okay, let's see this.
He's Latin.
Oh, yes. Oh my gosh.
So-
Amazing. He's an outgoing, charismatic man who is ready to meet the one. Retired
Okay,
video.
he's not it. 2 daughters. That's it. No sons.
Not interested.
Not interested. No sons.
Bill next.
Next.
But look at it. It says retired video producer.
So, you were right.
Okay, I feel pretty good about that.
That's-
Okay.
yeah,
Jessica
you're
was
very
right.
close.
As always.
You guys, I'm telling you, it's the Luke Wilson, Steve Carell thing. He wanted to be in that space. Hopeless romantic.
He's
I'm
tried
a Latin.
every dating site. Hopefully not Hinge.
Now, Bill is a
It's
member
not
of
been
2
successful for Aunt Katie.
Toastmasters clubs. That's giving big homeschooler energy,
Okay.
which
Wait,
I'm
what's
not loving.
Toastmasters?
Okay, well, let me tell you, because I was once part of a Toastmasters club. It is a club, well, at least when I was part of it, I was homeschooled and we would meet once a week and it was like kind of a speech and debate energy. One of the things we do is you'd like pull a topic out of a hat and you'd have to go up front and speak on it for like 5
And
minutes.
they were all homeschoolers?
At least in mine, it was all homeschoolers.
Did you do that?
No, but I knew about these people, and these people were to be avoided at all costs.
Okay,
Could you even imagine you'd end up with a Toastmaster?
No,
Yikes.
it's very like into public speaking, whatever.
So, okay, what we know though is this man is a Toastmaster, which means he is going to
Charming.
He's charming and he's going to crush. I feel like he's going to do well on this
Okay.
show because he's going to be able to make those ding 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 toasts. This is like what he does.
He's like, I am a Toastmaster.
It just
I'm
depends if it's
Toastmaster.
annoying or not. It depends if it's like a cutesy
Is it
thing,
genuine?
or if it's like no, believe me, I am a public speaker. You know what I mean? It depends if it's kind of like, I don't know.
It
No,
says
I like him.
it says the 2 daughters. He has the 2 daughters with his ex-wife, and they're all extremely supportive of him going on this journey, hopefully finding love again.
He'd like to own a coffee shop and name it Billy Beans.
Now that's a red flag.
We don't love that name.
We can workshop the name. Joan, call us. We're in marketing.
Yeah.
So random. I mean, I like that it's a specific fun fact, but that is...
He sounds like a cute guy. Like he's watching his way through the list of every Academy Award, best. That doesn't scream.
What does it say? Bill is currently watching his way through the list of every Academy Award Best Picture winner. He's interesting.
But that doesn't scream like we're going out for drinks and finding a cool place to go out. That says
I have a home theater.
Yeah. I like that. That's a good take. But it's more like, let's do something crazy and watch every. You know what I mean? It's a little bit like.
I completely disagree. A man who is like, I want to open a coffee shop. I'm in Toastmasters.
He's a homebody.
I don't think so. I'm getting from
you're getting
him.
the opposite.
This man is very cultured. Like he wants to talk about the arts.
I like it.
He wants to see all the best pictures. He wants to.
That's true. That's a good take on it.
He wants to open a coffee shop. He says he's a romantic. I don't know. I'm getting very cultured
romantic
energy
vibes.
from him. He loves playing the guitar. Oh, do you think he's going to show up with a guitar?
I hope not.
I don't know. You know how we feel about that?
Oh, God. I'd send him home.
Yeah.
I would send him home at
Joan,
1.
You are my match. Oh,
because he likes the Beatles.
Yeah, exactly.
If you would just Katie would turn the limo exits into the show, the old MTV show Next.
Yeah.
Oh my
next.
God.
And just be like, next.
You should have that option on The Bachelor, to be honest.
Jesse Palmer would be like,
keep
it
walking.
doesn't work like that. You have to get to know them.
Next.
But I like it. I like this guy, babe. I like this guy.
I like him. But just also, please don't do a live performance.
Yeah.
But also I love Portland. That he's from Portland. Yeah. I'm not 100% sure, but that makes me feel like, maybe
outdoorsman.
He's an outdoorsman and maybe a liberal man. I just
getting into the politics.
I'm getting good energy from Bill.
Yeah, I'm not seeing red flags.
I want Bill to win.
Wow.
Right out the gate.
Bill, number 1. He's going to be tough to beat.
He's the number 1 slot for me right now.
One of one. Let's move on.
Next we have Bob. Good old Bob.
Bob might own a coffee shop named Bob's Beans.
Yeah. Bob already owns Bob Beans.
Bob owns Bob's Beans.
The future deep dark rivalry between Billy's Beans and Bob's Beans.
Yikes.
It's brewing. The drama's
Bob's
brewing.
really excited about.
You just fully missed my pun. I said the drama's brewing.
Oh shit! oh my god!
Sorry. I should have gotten a full.
You should have gotten a standing ovation for that. I'm so sorry.
Yes, standing O.
A delayed standing.
Welcome to class.
Okay, Bob. Bob is. I don't think I've ever seen anyone whose name matches their face more than that. Like this guy was Bob. God chose his name. You know what I mean? His parents didn't have an option here. Like he came out of the womb and they're like, well, I guess it's Bob. And they're like, I guess we don't have a choice here.
What does Bob do?
Chose his name. Okay,
he's like in real estate, or
Bob loves the jacket.
Or he's a
recommended
teacher, or
I could see teacher. Now maybe again. Now I'm on a celebrity track, but this man is the love child of.
You're on a real love child.
I'm sorry.
Thing
He's the love child of Leslie Nielsen and Dick Van Dyke.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I could see that.
Which is now giving me energy. And let's be real. Last one, I was right. I was feeling the biz video production.
Yeah.
What I am getting from him from a Dick Van Dyke energy is that this man, he's going to be corny in the best way. Like an old school, well, hey there, Sherry.
He's going to have dad jokes.
Vibes.
Yes, crooner. Bob has tap danced in his life, for sure. Bob
still
salsa
owns, classes.
Yes,
he still owns his tap shoes.
He still owns the tap shoes. He's going to bust him out maybe on the show.
I'm getting
I don't
big
know.
Bowling league energy.
Don't diss bowling.
No,
I didn't diss
bowling.
Everybody, that is so
By
rude.
the way, Katie comes from bowling lineage, literally bowling
Bowling royalty.
Bowling
Her father
royalty.
owned a bowling alley, which is so iconic, and they had a bowling pin-shaped pool, which is even more
I mean, it's not
iconic.
even real. Like
Jessica
the bowling,
thinks
the bowling pin. You guys think about this. They
In Ohio.
owned a bowling alley
Ohio.
in Ohio, and they also had a pool that was in the shape of a bowling pin. That is straight
Jelly.
from a Sopranos or some sort of show. That is epic.
The bowling mafia. So don't diss on the bowling leagues. He probably has bowled a 300. or
Bob
close.
looks like he'd be down to hang out in the bowling pin-shaped pool.
Yeah, the top part.
But from
I don't think he dives in the deep end. Bob's
No.
like, I'm chilling.
Bob's chilling, but off of the tap shoes, I'm gonna say that this man, again, it's the Dick Van Dyke thing. He's giving me Fleet Week, a sailor. And I picture him maybe getting into the Navy because of watching like Singing in the Rain. You know what I mean? And it was like, well, I love to tap and I love the costumes of it all.
Wow.
And so I am in the Navy. And I think he's going to say he's a retired Navy vet.
That would be insane if Bob was in the Navy.
I just picture him in the Navy but the sailor, the Fleet Week outfits.
Yeah, he's in musical theater.
Yes. Oh my
I don't think he was in the Navy. I think he did song and dance.
Wow.
It with the
He
sailor
can do
costume.
splits.
Bob can do the splits.
Oh my god.
Bob can do the splits.
Bob can put his ankles behind his head.
Could you imagine?
So flexible.
See, I'm not getting that at
Bob's
all.
beans crazy.
I'm getting CPA. I'm getting safety first. I'm getting
accountant?
this jacket that I'm wearing is the riskiest thing I've ever done in my life. I'm getting he is like always about like risk aversion, like you got to diversify. Like I love to do crazy things like go to a football game every once in a while. Like he definitely is the guy that when he's on vacation, he'll be like, let's not go to this ice cream store. There's a cheaper one down the road for 9 cents
Wait,
cheaper.
Bob
Actually has a lot of money. Bob loves not spending money.
He loves
Okay.
a bargain.
Like it makes
Bob
him
loves
so
a bargain.
it gets him going to
But
be like,
now
oh
that
my
you're-
god, I saved $19
But now I heard you
on
say
this.
ice cream, and now I'm picturing Bob having like an ice cream dynasty. Like he's kind of like
That's more my vibe.
he owns a very successful ice cream shop in Maryland.
I like that.
You know who would be
You just
very
kind of stole my idea,
excited
but that's
about
totally
that?
fine. No, it's no big deal. I mean, I had a whole thing built in, and you're like, my idea is that he likes ice cream, and he's very safe. And I'm like, well, what am I going to do now?
I'll stick with retired Navy vet.
Fine, retired Navy vet, and he bowls.
And he bowls.
Yeah,
He's wild.
yeah, exactly. No,
It's crazy.
That's just like he's a Navy SEAL. Actually, he
no
loves
way
ice
to
cream, and
Look, what can I say? I'm getting a dynamic vibe
I love that.
from
I love that.
Bob.
All right, should we check it?
Yeah, ice cream Bob.
Ice cream Bob.
I like the idea that he has. I'm gonna say he doesn't own like he owns like 3 ice cream spots.
Okay.
3.
Are you
Well-
going to go with Bob's Beans?
I think he has a coffee shop,
Okay.
or he wishes he did too.
It's a good competition.
Whoa.
He's a chiropractor. Okay, well, Katie's not a fan of a chiropractor.
In Marina Del Rey, though.
Can't. No, I
local boy.
can't.
He is a local boy and he's a
Oh,
chiropractor.
a chiropractor.
Oh no, is he going to try to crack
He's
Joan's
a surfer.
back?
Tubular chemistry.
He's a surfer. Wow, that is not what I was expecting from Bob. This chiropractor is an avid surfer, and he's ready to see if Joan and him have built a chemistry. What are you laughing about?
Oh, watching Pixar movies though, we love that. Dark chocolate.
I love always the like I love the like I don't know, slight jabs that people throw in their bios, because it'll be like, Bob is ready to open his heart and is hoping to find a kind, patient, and compassionate woman, someone he can truly call a partner, because his ex fucking wasn't.
Because
That old battle axe ruined my life. So I'm looking for actually someone who I can truly call a partner.
it says after going through a divorce.
Right, exactly. I'm really hoping I can find
Yeah.
someone who's kind, not Sherry, patient, compassionate, and someone I can truly
Sherry
call a
and
partner,
Bob.
because she never supported my dreams. You know what I mean? Like, I love
Well,
those.
Just we have to discard him for one of his fun facts. Two of them
See,
if it's
Bob
for me,
loves
but
to go on walks with his dog Clarence.
okay, that's well.
We love a dog. Katie's not a dog person.
Not a dog person, but,
But
that
the
the
second
next
one's
one,
a
the
problem.
second one is an issue.
But you love and are kind to all animals.
Oh.
But you're not going to own a dog.
Exactly.
You know,
She
that's-
treats them with respect from afar.
yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But the second is an issue.
Bob doesn't do fast food. Bob,
Dump
you're
him.
out.
These
Dump him.
are
Dump
some,
him.
yeah.
Dump him. Dump him.
Name him. Dump
Name-
him.
dump him.
Dump him.
Dump him.
Bob, I mean, it lines up because it's very like chiropractor
Sure.
energy to be like, you don't
Health
eat any
nut
fast
energy.
food.
But what is Bob loves to do? Inline skate, but only on quads. Does that mean he's only using his like quads, like his legs?
I don't know what that
Like,
means.
what does that mean?
No
like quads,
idea.
as in
We're
like
gonna have to look that up.
Like he goes to colleges and skates on the quad. Like what is this?
What does that mean?
Or
Does he put the skates on his
like
knees?
Four, like
Oh, not like inline skates,
But not the real-
not like hockey skates.
He does roller skates,
Roller
not
skates.
roller
skates
blades.
at like one of those dirt, those places.
No roller blades. Just
So he's
roller
kind
skates.
of risk averse. So we were right.
Yeah.
If you don't eat fast food, though,
I know, but it says that he's a big surfer, which is risky.
Yeah.
Especially 66. I don't know. I mean,
I couldn't do
I
it.
love the Pixar thing, but I'm not getting that Bob's gonna go far.
Bob's not going to go to Disneyland with you and eat like 13 churros and like
Right.
maybe a cupcake with every flavor. And that to me is just the pass.
It's a
Bob
pass.
also
It's a
just
no.
doesn't have any danger behind his eyes.
No.
And he's not like, he doesn't have any kind of mystery hot vibes. He's like, what you see is what you get all the way. I
Yeah.
feel like Joan, she's pretty cool, and I feel like she's going to need a little bit of mystery.
A little bit
in
of
there.
mystery.
He looks tall though in
He
his
does-
shoulders.
he does
look
He
tall.
feels tall.
And I do believe
but-
that Joan, maybe she's always in heels, but I do feel like she is a taller woman.
Yeah, I don't know.
I feel like maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like I've noticed. that-
Right.
If she's anything like my mom, she's always in a stiletto
Oh, your mom just rocks stilettos all the time?
through the airport.
Shut up.
I swear
Ruth
to
is
you.
such an
Ruth,
icon.
Shut
Ruth
up.
will literally, she
Stilettos.
lives her life in a stiletto.
Wow.
I'm not kidding.
I
I'm
was
not
not
kidding.
expecting
I mean,
that.
where do you think Katie got it?
No,
Yeah,
I'm just saying, when I
always in
hear
a
about
heel.
your mom with like all the kids and running around and driving and taking care of all these people, I
In
don't
stilettos.
see stiletto.
In a stiletto.
She does it in a stiletto, and I'm not kidding.
And she cooks for all of them, all the kids.
Stiletto. Wow,
Yes.
like that's the tiny thin one,
Yes.
right? Wow.
yes.
Good for her. I mean,
You're going to
some
start
people
having
are
some of
built
these.
different.
Some of these men are going to start sending their applications to send my sons.
So we're going to send my
create a
sons and
different-
send
Send
in
for
for
mom.
Ruth.
Yes, but you have to be Florida based.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So-
we'll work on this. We'll put together a package.
I would actually love that.
We'll create our own bachelorette just for Ruth.
Ooh, I like this.
That would be so fun.
Love.
Okay.
Sylvia and Ruth.
All right. Well,
Who's after? Best of luck to you, Bob.
Yeah,
but
not seeing it work.
not seeing it.
I'm just not seeing it
You're
work.
too sweet for this game.
Yeah. Okay, let's take another quick pause and then dive into more of these men. So, this crew of Golden Bachelorette gentlemen got all packed and ready to move into the Batch Mansion, and I am so curious what each of these men decided to bring. A nightlight? A book of poetry? A special pillow? I don't know. Well, if I was going, one thing I would for sure bring is my microbiome. Yes, that's right. The 38 trillion bacteria that live in and on you, especially your gut, are essential in whole body health. And let me tell you, years ago, we started using Seed and it has been a game changer for us. Seed's DS-01 Daily Symbiotic benefits your gut, skin, and heart health in just 2 capsules a day. I love my Seed DS-01. Since taking it, I have truly seen a noticeable difference in areas like my digestion, specifically my regularity, alleviating the occasional constipation and promoting bloat ease, and also my skin, like for real, wow, really has promoted smooth, healthy skin.
Yeah, Seed's patented capsule-in-capsule design means all 24 strains of bacteria survive the journey from shipping to your door through digestion without synthetic or chemical coatings. No refrigeration needed, and Seed goes the extra mile by testing their probiotics in chyme, the closest system developed to model human digestion and the gut to ensure 100% of the dose is delivered to right where it needs to go.
And listen, probiotics and prebiotics work best when used consistently, like other routine health habits. Well, Seed makes it so convenient to make that consistency happen with number 1, their subscription service, and number 2, not needing refrigeration, and number 3, the free travel vial from the welcome kit that allows you to take DS-01 on the go. It's really amazing, and so are the ingredients, okay? With clinical trials and breakthrough research published in top scientific journals, Seed's probiotic research and development make DS-01 a product you can trust. I'm telling you all, we've been using this for years. Seed has been a massive game changer. I love it so much. Support your gut this year with Seed's DS-01 Daily Symbiotic. Go to seed.com/momdad and use code 25momdad to get 25% off your first month. That's 25% off your first month of Seed's DS-01 Daily Symbiotic at seed.com/momdad, code 25momdad. Okay, Let's go next. Next, we have Charles K.
He has a little necklace.
I was going to say, he's got like a very cool...
accessories.
Love the shirt.
He's a musician.
You think he's a musician? I'm like, Evan, you would love and rock that shirt.
I like that shirt.
He's got a necklace on and that shirt.
Nice teeth.
The glasses. Great smile. The shirt and the necklace combo is very much giving me that Charles is a man who has a lot of inspirational quotes. He loves the beach. He always has his feet in the sand because he loves being grounded. And he's going to be like, a smile is your best accessory. But you should also buy the vitamins that I'm selling because I'm in like the vitamin, like the natural health biz.
Yeah. He's got a smile that I'm very jealous of. Like, when you see people that like...
Evan, you're working towards that.
We never talked about that. Evan
saw
currently,
those retainers.
He currently has braces.
I saw those retainers on the counter.
What are they called? Invisalign?
Yeah.
Evan's been rocking Invisalign, everybody, for the past couple weeks. Because
so I'm working on mine, but like, I'm really jealous of people that like, because I look at it like this. I have to charm people with my personality. Mm-hmm. Some people can get halfway there with a smile.
Hey, Evan.
Yeah, exactly, right? Yeah, exactly.
The wing.
You guys have great smiles. And immediately from across the room, if people don't know you, they can see a smile and be like, wow, that person looks awesome. Mm-hmm. I don't have that. I have a grimacing, kind of angry look on all the time.
No.
You just refuse to smile, though. Let's be real.
Yeah.
No, it's just not in me. I'm not a big smiler.
You have the Harrison Ford smirk, which melts me.
But I appreciate that, and you're very sweet. But I have to work twice as hard to charm. Charles... You see that guy at a wedding. Let's say you're at a wedding, and that guy's across the room.
With him.
Yeah.
And he hits you with that smile. You're immediately just kind of like he's already. You know what I mean? Half the room's already won over already. So I'm already a little bit pissed at that. More of a jealousy vibe.
I feel like Charles is definitely in acro yoga.
Whoa.
Like I picture him by the beach doing like some serious yoga. Maybe he'll be able to like levitate Joan with some like acro yoga move.
Okay.
Interesting.
I'm getting very like beachy,
wow,
health nut energy.
I'm getting musician.
Okay.
I'm getting venture capitalist.
Oh, very different.
Investor.
Very different. Okay. Charles, just looking at Charles, bringing up the wedding,
mm-hmm.
I feel like Charles is going to be a very good conversationalist.
Definitely.
But I also wonder, and maybe again, it's now that I'm feeling this very like, I'm getting this kind of meditative vitamin energy.
Yoga vibe.
I'm wondering if that's going to be something that he's leading with. And I don't know if that's Joan's energy. That's going to be my question.
Like a little too natural, a little too holistic.
Like I don't wear deodorant because I don't put chemicals on my body.
Right.
Yes.
Red flag.
Or very you're like, I love the chemical.
You're like, we love an aluminum armpit.
An orange spray on my body to make me look tan.
Right. And Charles is fighting you constantly about that. Why are you doing that? You know it's not good. Yeah, it's not good for you.
Don't go to bed watching the iPad.
My red flag.
That's one of Katie's red flags is that she goes to bed watching the iPad.
I travel with it. Charles is like, don't do that.
Yeah, it's not good.
Has
You gotta
mentioned,
do 30. You don't do a screen for 2 hours before bed, and you're just
like, and it's like I don't know if that's going to be Joan's energy so much.
Is Charles too intense for Joan?
Being healthy is obviously the right choice,
sure.
right? Like when people talk about like, don't watch too much TV. It's bad for your brain. Like, don't eat chicken nuggets all day. It's bad for you. All this stuff. It's true, right?
True.
But it is very offensive. You know what I mean? Like telling people to not watch an iPad before bed is very, it's very like you gotta be on their page. So maybe Charles is kind of like hey, like I'm looking for someone who's very much ascribing to my gospel.
Yeah, but
that man flosses every day.
Yes, every day.
Twice
but you know
a day.
what? This is just the energy that I'm getting from his shirt and his necklace. So we might be totally wrong. Mm-hmm. Let's see what Charles does. Rancho Palos Verdes portfolio manager.
Wow, he loves kayaking.
He's as sweet as he is handsome. He has a strong family value, well-traveled, life of the party.
We knew that.
We could feel that.
Yep.
He's very proud of his work.
He has 5 children, 1 of 5. Love that, Charles.
Yes. He also takes his style okay? Or as his son says, his drip. Seriously, Charles, let me say something
Okay,
to you.
I'm about Charles.
I'm about Charles too. Let me say something. Charles, we can tell that you take the fashion seriously, okay?
Charles is very proud of the work he's done building homes in rural Nicaragua.
Whoa. Oh, that's amazing.
I'm more impressed that he says Saturday mornings are for sleeping in, because men like Charles, that's a green flag.
Yeah, like
Because
Wow.
portfolio manager that can sleep in.
that doesn't, like
That's
everything
dynamic.
else, kayaking, building homes in Nicaragua, great style, active, does not scream sleep in. It's kind of screams like, why
I'm
are
up
you,
at 5.
I'm 5 a.m. Why are you still asleep?
Yes.
Wow.
But the fact that he can also sleep in, big
I'm
green
interested.
flag.
You know what?
Good.
Honestly, my energy before looking at this was the opposite, where I'm like, oh, he's going to be like a stickler about this, and that with like health and
Stick in the
lifestyle.
mud.
I think that he truly is going to be very balanced. It looks like that.
Yes,
He's the Libra
I
scales.
think-
When's his birthday?
Give
Yeah.
us his sign.
We need a sun sign. He's a
but
Libra.
if I'm being honest with you, he's a portfolio manager in Rancho Palos Verdes, which means and he's very handsome and he does a lot of cool shit. Is he a ladies' man? That's something to think
Perhaps.
about. I mean, like, he's kind of got it all, right? There's kind of a full
Yep.
package thing going on
Yeah,
here.
because
And
Rancho Palos Verdes is a very it's
a wealthy area.
a wealthy area.
Is that north?
So
No.
or south?
It's like closer
it's
to
right on the water.
Between us and Long Beach.
I think it's closer to
right?
Long Beach, yeah.
Yeah,
So
I've
it's
been there.
it's kind of like a
It's
retirement,
stunning.
not retirement, but it's kind of a sleepier, wealthy area.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm just kind of wondering, is he? I'm not seeing a lot of flags that say like, I'm a little nerdy.
No.
I'm seeing a
He
lot
also
of
has
like.
5 kids though,
That's true.
and so that keeps you busy.
That does keep you busy. Yeah, I'm not really seeing anything negative here, so I don't know.
We're rooting for you, Charles.
Yeah, it's like, look at this. He says the fashion forward senior says he wants to prove to the world that men above 60 still have game, charm, and swag.
That's a little bit of a red flag,
Which might
though.
mean that he is.
That's
like,
kind of what I'm
you know,
saying.
he's
Is
got
it
that
too,
game.
Is it too
Too
perfect?
good to be true.
Where Charles
Is it
has
too
that
perfect?
game. I don't know.
Or are we going to get on this show and hear stories about the fact that he was dating 9 women before he got on the show? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, but
Yeah.
like the package says very desirable.
Very much. Or maybe,
Or it's what dreams are made of for Joan.
or Next Bachelor.
Oh my God, look at that Lizzie
Oh.
McGuire quote.
Is that a Lizzie McGuire quote?
What dreams are made of. Hey now, this is what dreams are made of.
Come on, I played that for you literally on Friday.
You don't remember?
We listened to that in the car.
I blocked that out. Oh, well,
Well, Charles, I mean,
I'm
you
into it.
seem
a catch. For
I'm
sure.
into
catch.
Charles. I'm
Yeah.
into Charles.
All right.
Catch. Next.
Next. Next, we have Charles L. Okay,
This
so
man works in finance or
Okay.
economics.
I was going to
Both
say.
Charles know each other.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm immediately noting this
Leather jacket.
Yeah,
black
the
leather
leather says-
jacket.
They're all wearing leather. They're like, this is cool.
They love leather. But Bob had that like the brown
It's
leather
never been
on.
worn before?
Never been worn.
Yeah.
Charles' black leather jacket. I'm right away feeling from Charles. Beautiful smile as well.
Yeah.
Like very welcoming. Charles L. used to be like financial analyst, right? Maybe a
Okay.
little
He
bit
knows
more
numbers.
He knows numbers. He's maybe a little more risk adverse. But then Charles hit a certain milestone in his life and he's like, I'm going to live fast.
Yeah.
And that man with that jacket, that's because he owns a motorcycle.
Oh, me too.
I was just
I
going
was
to say,
just
oh
about
God,
to say that
he
too.
rides on a motorcycle. He has a little side cart for Joan, ready to go.
He's going to throw Joan in the sidecar. Or maybe he's getting his pilot's license. This man, I think that Charles L.
He flies for Delta.
He's going to be a big like adventure.
Big hobby back into life energy.
Let's jump out of a plane together. Let's go
Yeah.
rock climbing together. And it's going to be a lot. It's going to be like, Charles, I'm a little nervous.
'Cause he doesn't-
You live hard and you live fast.
He doesn't.
Yeah.
I think when you smile and your mouth isn't closed, it says that you're like in the middle of like, yeah, let's go.
Yeah, he's in the middle of telling it. He's
You know
telling
what I mean?
a tale about his last
They
motorcycle.
snapped this in the middle of a story.
Yeah, he's talking about how he drove his motorcycle from California to New York and the adventures that he
no,
that
he went from
found
like
him.
he went to like Belize.
Yeah, he went
You
all
know
the
what I mean?
way
And
down.
he went all through.
I have a red flag about Charles. All this is giving me he doesn't shut up. Like he just talks.
he
He's a
talks and
talker.
I
He
like
talks
that.
nonstop.
Okay, so you think Charles is going to be the big chatterbox?
shut up,
in the
Charles.
Like the chatty Charles. We got to get him out.
Chatty Charles.
Yeah.
Chatty Charles L. I'm going more like the thing that might cause question for Joan is that Charles is going to want to go. High energy.
He's going to be obsessed with her the moment he meets her.
He's going to be so in love with her and he's going to be like, let's travel the world. And she's going to be like, Charles, I don't want to jump out of a plane today. I'm 61 and I have grandbabies and I'm not down for the skydiving.
Remember that couple we knew?
I don't want to base jump Charles L.
Remember that lady we knew that whose husband was gone like
Yes.
9 months of the year?
Yes.
And it was like just motorcycle trips, work, like all sorts
And
of
they were,
different
like,
How
in
things.
did you know her?
It was a family friend.
Okay.
And they were like in their 50s.
and they loved
60s.
each other very much, but like he was gone 9 months of the year just doing all sorts of crazy shit. And he was like 70. But
Yeah.
it was like
Is
he
that
was
Charles?
Maybe
that's
it was
what I'm
Charles.
saying.
Maybe
Like
they got
Charles is a
divorced.
little bit like
Yeah.
I'm looking for someone who's not gonna give me a hard time for like doing all this. Like he's scuba diving, he's doing all sorts
Yeah.
of dope shit.
But I feel like in the past, there was a shift in his life.
Yes.
Yeah.
The
he
kids
used to
moved
be,
out.
Yeah.
He retired and he's like,
He
you know
was
what?
always in kind of a
He bought a leather jacket.
Yep. The leather jacket is always the gateway.
Mm-hmm.
It
He's like,
started with the
I
leather.
ride a motorcycle. I jump out of planes. I surf in Costa Rica.
Yes,
I
he
mean,
got the
these sound
Sam.
amazing,
He
I'll
got
be
the
honest with you,
Sam
Charles.
and
Please invite me.
He got
That
the
kinda
Sam
sounds
and
I will be your Joan.
That kind of sounds awesome.
let me be your Joan. But I do think it's gonna say that his job is something serious. But I
Right,
think
to balance out the
I think he's a wild boy.
okay.
All right, Charles, let's see what you do.
Whoa.
Financial analyst.
Retired-
You literally said retired
Dreams
financial
of
analyst.
going to the moon.
That's actually crazy. I mean, that was
Wow.
dead on, babe.
Wait, it says retired financial analyst, and I said retired
yes.
financial analyst.
Wow. She read it. Yep.
I feel
Dang. No stranger to taking risks.
oh my. guys-
Excited to put himself out there.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I do have chills all over my body because I feel like this is maybe the
Listen
one I've
to this.
nailed the most.
Grew up in rural China and moved to the United States
Wow.
with $20 in his pocket.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so
Charles,
he like
wow,
He
incredible.
was focused.
Yes. Also, look at this. It says if Charles L. could
Britney
see, yes,
Spears.
could see anyone in concert, it's Britney Spears.
Wow.
Oh my God, wait, I am a huge fan. Charles L. 66 wants to go see Britney Spears perform.
Which have you ever seen her live? She's.
I wish.
If only I knew you when I was 25, I would have brought you with me. You
But
know?
what a king.
Look at this,
I
though.
mean,
What a king.
This
Britney
guy's-
Spears.
But this guy's like, again, like we saw something in this guy that like
We could feel
he's
it.
seen and done a lot. Like, look at loves to fish and grew up made his own fishing nets in
Wow.
rural China, then moved to the U.S. with $20 in his pocket and is now a full-blown retired financial analyst.
And he's retired at 66, which means that
which
like
means he's
good.
he
Did
did
well.
it. He did it.
Yeah.
Like that's pretty amazing.
it says he's got a hilarious sense of humor, a sweet soul.
What do you think his best joke is?
Tell us
Do you
a
think he
joke,
has like
Charles.
real
he definitely,
jokes?
yeah, he could be, well, yeah, because he spent so many times like going out with clients and stuff. He definitely has like 5 to 7 like.
He's got
ready
his
to go.
lines. He's got
Yeah.
his lines. Wow. I love him.
He loves the NBA.
His favorite
I just
TV
love-
show is the NBA Finals. I guess
You're
that's
like,
a TV show.
I don't know if that's a TV show, Charles.
My favorite
Yeah, Charles.
sitcom is the hockey playoffs. Live and love for that. I love him. If he comes out of the limo singing a Britney Spears song, I don't know if they can do that for like, the copyright
No,
of it all, but
he's gonna come out with a snake around him.
Shut up.
stop it. I
Would you
love-
die? I would
That
die.
would be hilarious.
He
The
would,
big anaconda.
He would
Text me if that happens.
I'll let you know. He would immediately become my most favorite person of the franchise. Father of 2, second chance at true love. So I'm wondering if he's divorced or if he lost his wife. It doesn't say.
I bet divorced.
Yeah.
I feel like they say when they've.
I feel like they've been saying
If they've been saying divorce
they've
every
been
time.
saying divorced. So maybe his wife's passed. I'm not sure.
Charles, curious
he's
about
not
you.
taking any shots at her. You know what I mean? He's not like, I'm looking for actually someone who believes in me for once in my goddamn life.
That's true. That's
Nothing
true.
said.
I'm curious about his sense of humor. What he laughs about. Like what actually like makes him giggle.
Because we're not getting a lot of personality. We're getting more like story and we're getting like what he's into. But I'm not seeing a ton of personality. Although Baby One More Time.
That gives me personality. I'm like, what 66-year-old? That's honestly the biggest green flag I've ever heard in my whole life.
We're rooting for you.
We're rooting for you.
We are rooting. I mean,
and Philly. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I love him. I feel really good about him.
I just wish that his leather jacket was a little more broken.
But I agree with you, Katie. He talks too much. There might be a little bit of that.
He's not going to stop talking.
Yeah, he's talking constantly. He's going to rub some of the guys the wrong way because he won't stop talking.
He's going to be like, I'm so funny.
Yeah, there's a lot of talking for some reason.
He's going to be like, I love Britney Spears.
Like it was hard for him to get this picture just because he wouldn't stop talking.
Yeah. No, he's not going to shut up. But maybe Joan likes that. I don't know.
Yeah, Joan isn't like a super, super big talker. Maybe she needs a bigger talker.
Maybe.
Joan is a little mysterious, quiet vibes.
Yeah, she's a little more like on the quieter end.
What's her star sign?
I have to look it up. I'm not sure. Actually, I'll look that up.
I saw some funny clip the other day. It was like one of those, those Instagram stories where it's like someone's interviewing someone on a boardwalk, and the girl's like, "What do you do for a living?" And he's like, "I'm an astrophysicist." And she's like, "Oh my God, I'm a Cancer." And he's like, that killed me. I don't know why that was so funny.
She's a Capricorn.
Interesting.
Capricorn, which like lines up with a lot of what we've seen of her. Like she is someone who seems like very goal oriented, and she's not like this super chatty.
Yeah. So maybe she needs a little life of the party.
Yeah.
Maybe
Joan needs to go
Joan,
to
I'm
Vegas
here.
and see.
Whoops, you found me. Sorry, I'm taken, but I'll look around for you.
we'll start a Joan's Bachelorette at yourmomandad.com.
Yeah, if it doesn't
We have
work
9
out.
emails.
If it doesn't work out with any of these guys, I guess you can take my husband, Joan. I guess that's what's being offered.
Honestly, take him.
Hey.
We got other things to do.
Hey, easy.
I'm gonna go out with Katie.
Yeah. We have
Honestly, it's Gator season.
It's Gator season. Take him, Joan.
That's really funny, guys.
All right.
I was really hoping for like don't leave.
But who loads
Goodbye.
the bags in the car?
Yeah, have you already packed?
Who gets the house?
Who gets the house? Who pays for the dinner tab? Okay, we'll circle back.
Oh, well, best of luck, Charles L.
Charles, good luck.
Let's move on to the next, but first, another quick pause. So fam, guess what? I am on my period right now. Hooray. Yes, I am. And obviously, when I'm on my period, I want to be as comfy as possible, right? And let me tell you, the most comfy I am on my period is when I'm using Cora's Made to Move period pads. I love Cora so much. It's the only period care products I've used since I discovered them. And these pads are designed specifically for comfort and leak protection, whether you're running, dancing, working out, or just on the go. I've always wanted to be more of a pad girly because the idea of them is just more comfortable to me. But in the past, when I used other pads, they did not always feel comfortable during movement or activity. They'd bunch, they'd chafe, they'd shift around, and then they'd get all leaky on me. But then I discovered Cora's Made to Move period pads, and I was like, yes, this is it. They have a really unique shape with elevated sides that create a custom contoured fit that's light and form hugging. They stay close to your body, which, hallelujah, protects against leaks and bunching as you move. And on top of it all, they're made with a 100% organic cotton top sheet. It's also wild because these pads are super thin, but they absorb like, wow, I'm talking 14 times their weight, I believe. Amazing. I love Cora period care products. It's all I use. Go online and check it out. They also have tampons and cups. They've got it all. Plus, with every purchase, Cora provides period products and body education to people who might otherwise go without. They've donated over 24 million period products to date. Do what I did. Choose Cora's made to move pads and be comfortable on the go. They're available only at Target or online at cora.life/momdad. And when you use our exclusive promo code MOMDAD, you'll get 20% off all Cora's great products. That's cora.life/momdad. Don't wait. Get 20% off with promo code MOMDAD at cora.life/momdad. Okay, all right. Next, we have
Chalk? That's gotta be fake.
Chalk has to be a nickname. Chalk has to be a nickname for Chuck, right? Chalk. Okay,
Is it Chuck?
can I just say something?
I have no words.
I have never seen a man that looks more like a fire chief in my life. And
He's a
also,
first responder.
He's a first responder. Chalk is the man who...
Chuck. If his name's Chuck and it's just a mistake in this, that's hilarious.
They're like, whoops.
If we
I
just
hope
call
his
him
name
Chalk
is-
and his name's Chalk. By the way, if your name is Chuck, sir, your name is now Chalk. There's
It
no
has to be
question.
Chalk.
For the rest
Did you put this
of the
PowerPoint
season,
together,
we did
Evan?
not. That's why
Our King Lee did. It is indeed Chalk.
Wow. Okay.
But here's the thing, okay? I believe this man is a fire chief. Okay.
That's a great guess.
And he is spending years in the firehouse. His name's probably Chuck or something longer, and everyone started calling him Chalk. And so now he goes by Chalk. And this man, he makes the best chili you've ever had in your life because he's making
for the boys.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like he's got his crew. He's got
He
his
loves a Miller Lite.
He loves a
or
Miller Lite.
Budweiser.
We love that.
Or
Budweiser.
like a heavy beer.
Yeah, probably not
An
a light.
IPB.
An IPA. An IP
I'm like,
beer.
what's a beer?
You're like a Bud Light, a very heavy beer. Literally the lightest beer you can buy.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, yikes.
Okay. I'm also getting Short King.
He's short. He reminds me, you guys. Evan, you're not going to get this reference, but of Ella Enchanted, her friend
Her friend.
that walks around with her.
Yes, he does
And
kind of.
He sings, he dances.
So, or do you think that Chalk sings and dances? Yes. Indeed, he does.
He likes he likes the music.
He's a big dancing king.
He's a dancing king.
Dancing King.
Don't get me started on Mamma Mia. He likes a musical, but he also
Just because I sang that.
no, well, because his name is Chalk, though he has to pretend he doesn't.
He's like, I like tough guy
He's
stuff.
like, yeah. He's like, I like dirt.
But he really loves cats.
Yeah, or he's a stay-at-home dad.
Okay.
I get. He's like,
Two very
on.
different vibes. You get fire chief, you're getting stay-at-home dad.
I'm getting stay-at-home dad. He's a good dad, and he likes to, like, be goofy and like.
Is his name
sing-
Chalk because he's such a great stay-at-home dad that they're always like drawing together, and so they started calling him Chalk?
Yeah, because
his name, he got this is a new name. His name is Jerry. His name's Rick, but because he does
Yeah.
such good chalk work with his children, they
Yeah,
started
they
calling,
started calling him
him Chalk.
He's an artiste.
And they're like, let's not.
He's an art teacher.
Oh, maybe that's that's
Whoa.
what he is. He's an art teacher, and he's so great with like the chalks and pastels that they just started calling him Chalk.
See, I just see him as my neighbor, a guy that's my neighbor that like I hit up to be like, dude, how did you do that DIY project? Can you help me install this?
That's stay-at-home
thing?
dad too. He just does
He's
everything.
a handyman though. Like he's a guy that knows all. Like he's like I don't know what kind of screws I should have. He's like, oh, those are 6/8. You know what I mean? You got to do that. And like I don't even know what you're talking about. He's like, you got to go long style because the drywall is going to be. Like I don't even know what you're
He's
talking
a
about.
contractor.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
He works in construction. I like that.
A musical
overs-
theater stay-at-home dad, contractor, ex-fire chief.
Yeah,
Who
and astronaut.
oversees the general
General contractor. Yeah,
He's that.
Who's the contractor that oversees
He's
the
like general contracting. General contractor.
just like a
I'm gonna say
basic.
astronaut. I don't know what it is. I'm seeing.
You don't
No.
love an astronaut. Oh, you're
I-
very scared of space.
I'm scared of space.
He's not asking you to go. He's just
Chalk?
going.
not going to space.
You're like,
I'm
we
not
gotta break
going to
up. He's like,
space
why?
for
I
you.
hate space. You're like, no, I didn't ask you to
He's
go
like,
to space.
I literally build houses.
Yeah.
Honestly, I will say this. Aunt Katie is not scared of anything, and she is very scared of space.
Space freaks me out.
Like
I
when
mean,
I
I
start,
get it. It's
when
a-
I will talk about space, Aunt Katie starts to get anxiety.
Yeah. We ready?
he wouldn't be there.
You don't think he's an no?
I don't think he's an
He
astronaut.
wouldn't
I think
be there. I could just tell Chalk wouldn't be up there.
Chalk would be Panic Town. He's an anxious bug.
Oh, you think so?
Chalk just runs around. Like,
so anxious.
He's just like, did you feel that? Was that an earthquake? What was that?
Oh, I resonate with Chalk.
Yeah.
Chalk and I are very
but
similar.
what is Chalk? I'm curious about Chalk.
I'm gonna go. I'm sticking with
Fire Chief.
Fire Chief. Yeah.
Okay, ready?
What do you think?
I said astronaut.
Astronaut.
That looks like a NASA photo to me.
I said a retired stay-at-home dad who's a general contractor who's like, I'm over it.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's see here. Wichita, Kansas insurance executive. Okay, not anything that we guessed at all.
Self-proclaimed
60.
grill master, though. That's kind of DIY vibes.
Yeah, that's also very dad energy. He has a very full life with his kids, his adorable black lab, Super Tubbs. Oh, what a name.
I
Super?
love that.
His dog's name is Super Tubbs. Evan and I are like melting. And
But no,
he's like,
that's
no.
like, what are you projecting on your dog? Like maybe he was like a little puppy that was just like
Because he's a
like,
cutie pie. Super
'Cause
Tubbs.
Super Tubbs is
Super
so
Tubbs is a
cute.
bulldog.
You think? No, he says black lab.
Oh yeah, reading.
They should have named him like something different. It's fine.
That's fine.
Okay, as a dog, not owner and not ever will owner. What's a good dog name? Dog.
Dave.
Dave. Wow.
Or like
Just a human
I
name.
love human names for
Right,
pets.
right.
I think it's so funny to be like Allison.
Right.
Well, Allison's
a
a
good
great
one.
name. I mean,
Yeah,
Ashley and Arthur.
Ashley and Arthur, yeah.
They got the human names.
I love a human name for an animal. Billy was our guinea pig's name.
Billy the guinea pig is wild.
Billy, he was so sweet.
His guilty pleasure is shopping, and he can't
Oh.
resist a good sale.
That feels interesting.
So is he a big spender? You know, I will say, after all of the drama that came out with Gary Turner,
Yeah.
you know, some of the financial drama, it seemed like with the exes, it was like, you better pay type energy. And so I'm like, is Chalk going to be a big spender? He's just like,
Is
always,
he in debt? He gives that energy a little bit. I'm not going to lie.
he
Look at that face. He's like, I'm
Is
in
he
debt.
always in debt?
He's like, you're losing money if you don't buy it.
I'm just like now picturing him at
at Best Buy, and he's like, I'll take it all.
take it all. No,
He's
in
at Best Buy. He has
I'm
he
getting
has
Ross vibes. Like he just loves it because it's like, dude, you can buy designer
I
label at a
mean,
discount.
you know, we love a sale, but what's like
He has a Best
in
Buy
the desert where it's the retail or the
Outlets.
mall, the outlets. I picture Chalk now running
Yeah.
around an outlet.
Like when he's on his way to Palm Springs, he stops at the Cabazon outlet. And
Yes,
every
gets-
time.
goes
And
out.
he loves the
Absolutely does
Kansas
work.
City Chiefs.
well, yes, because
So he's kind of a Swiftie, probably.
Kansas Wichita.
Or is he pissed about the Swift thing? This
He's
is
probably
football.
he's
It's not
pissed.
about pop
He's
stars.
been a fan forever. He's pissed.
He's like, why is that woman on every?
This is not about pop stars. It's about
It's kind
football.
of wild that his guilty pleasure is shopping.
Let's see.
It feels credit card debt.
It's giving.
It's giving debt.
It's
It's
giving
giving-
interest payments.
He's
Yeah.
hoping in his moment to meet the adventurous, compassionate woman he's looking for.
He's on the younger side.
He's a totally relationship guy.
I also feel like if men say that, he's red flags all
He's
over
giving
him.
you red
He's giving me red
flags.
flags
Okay.
left and right. He might as
I'm-
well be wearing red,
See, yeah, that's just. I'm not getting any red. I'm getting boring as hell. That's what I'm getting.
which is a red flag.
I'm just getting like I'm a grill master. You know what I mean? Like I love the Chevy Camaros. I hope they come back. Like
I'm not getting like wildly interesting,
right.
but also, again, with Joan, I'm like, I don't know how wild of a life she leads.
True.
So,
But again,
you
when
know,
you're like
the
going
Charles
through,
L's might be a little too
That's right.
adventurous.
it'll be
a
interesting to
little
see
too-
if Joan gets caught up in the romance of it all, or if it's
Yeah.
like I'm coming in this really pragmatically and being like, no, I live a very simple life with my kids, and I want someone who's not going to be like messing that up. Chalk
Yeah.
might be the move. Or if it's like I'm attracted to the danger of it all, and I want someone who's got exciting
Minus
shit going on.
can't resist a good sale. He seems like a stable guy,
Yes.
but that
Stable, yeah.
that sale is throwing me a little bit.
The shopping.
But again, that's like what he considers like crazy.
But the question is, how
Yeah.
crazy is it? Because it might be like,
$20,000 in
yeah,
debt.
Chalk is dropping, $55 on a sale, or is Chalk dropping thousands of dollars?
Is he? Yeah. Is Chalk like this whole like credit card thing's so cool? It's free money, and you're like, well, not really.
Is Chalk Black Friday king and just ripping through and just has like a garage full of TVs he's never used that he just has got at a good a Good Friday sale.
Yeah, at a Good Friday sale. After he goes to church, he goes shopping.
I think it's a bit of a red flag. His guilty pleasure is shopping, and that's like quote unquote.
Well, Chalk, we shall see.
We shall see.
We shall see. All right, next we have Christopher. Christopher is very handsome.
He's tall.
Yes, he gives tall energy.
Christopher,
he's from Nashville.
Yes.
Christopher lives
First of all, I'm getting big Nashville, like aspiring. Like his job is not country music, but that's what his goal is now.
Okay.
Because country music is very like accepting of older. You know what I mean? Like you can be 60 and like blow up in country music. So my thing, like he's got a denim jacket on. My thing is 40 years working
finance
I'm not getting finance. I'm getting I'm gonna say education. He was a teacher, and now he would sing songs to his class, and they loved it. And he's got a great voice, and now he's aspiring to be a country singer.
See, the denim jacket is throwing me off because I love the denim on him, but the choice of a denim jacket in an older age to me is either giving like he's been a forever artist who is stuck by his passions or billionaire being casual. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, kind of a Bezos vibe.
Yes, like super wealthy, and it's like
I'm down to earth.
Yes, here's my down to earth casual denim jacket, or it's giving like artist stuck by what he loves energy to me. But also too, he looks like an actor to me.
Yeah, I was gonna say the way he's leaning, he's comfortable in front of the camera.
He's done a headshot before.
This is a headshot. This is a headshot. Big headshot
and
energy.
And he's extremely good looking.
Yeah.
I'm like,
but even more than how good looking he is, it's the he knows how to take a picture.
It's the ease.
I get entertainment industry.
You're getting that from him too?
Yes. He's now retired, and he's just like, I don't know anything else.
So he's just meandering.
He's like trying to be on like a CW show.
Yeah, I saw that coming from a mile away. Yeah.
Like Katie loves a CW reference.
Loves a CW.
Like he's trying to just like be on a show, but like he's like financially
he's coasting.
Good. He's coasting.
But he's trying to become like a regular on a new like upcoming CW show
or the Netflix series. You know, like he's like he's just trying.
Okay.
See, I think if he's being an actor, he's trying to be on soaps.
A soap. Interesting.
He's got soap vibes.
CW and soaps, though, are kind of the same thing.
World.
They're kind of the same thing.
I'm going to tell you what. I would live for a soap actor on The Bachelor or Bachelorette because, like, they know how to give it to the camera. So, like, Christopher could be so dramatic and give us everything we hope and desire for.
And these soap actors have, like, 30-year careers.
Yeah.
Same show, right? Like soaps
they
are
go
crazy
on
that
forever.
way. It's like you'll never heard of someone and they've been on a soap opera for 47 years.
I met a soap opera actor on the plane.
Did you really?
Mm-hmm. I'll tell you about it later. But
wow.
Yeah,
Emmy numbers.
Yeah, like 11 Emmys. Like actually, like
they're always very good looking.
He was.
Yeah.
Big smile. Gator season.
Gator season.
I'm going to go for actor.
I like that.
I'm going to say actor.
I'm going to say aspiring country singer.
Wow.
Ready?
Okay.
Dun, dun, dun,
Let's
dun,
see.
Contractor. New York. Oh my gosh.
We finally got our contractor.
Yes.
He's not an actor or model, but you could
He
be.
loves bowling.
Oh, yeah.
We got a bowler.
Oh my gosh. And I think he's like the hottest king so far.
Or
I'm
like has he
you're-
bowled a 300? He's definitely tall. You can tell by his shoulders.
Christopher is a proud father and grandfather. I don't think we've seen that yet.
So he owns his
Grandfather.
own construction company.
His birthday is on Christmas Eve. I know that people say whose birthday is on Christmas Eve or Christmas that they don't like it because they have to share. And I totally understand that. So I can't resonate with that because I do not have a Christmas birthday. But I love Christmas so much that I wish that was my birthday.
Yeah.
Just because I just want to.
You would just like
double
wear a
down
hat.
love.
Yeah, I'd wear my Santa hat, which really has upset Katie when I've hopped into her car before. And she's like, why are you wearing that? I'm
Right.
like, 'tis the
It's
season.
wild. Have you seen her do this?
I have been around,
She's hopped in my car. We're like going to like the bar.
and it's like, what are you doing?
And she's wearing a Santa hat. It's the most wild. I'm like, thank God you're pretty. Like, it's the most wild thing I've ever seen in my life.
I like this. He would love to cook for Joan
I love
and is ready to whip up her favorite
a
dish. So
cook.
that's always a great sign.
I'm into this man. I'm into
West
Chris
Babylon. Is that a place? I've never heard of that.
West Babylon, New York.
It's in the Bible.
Yeah. It's
Is it?
West Sodom and Gomorrah, New York.
It sounds like it. 7 grandchildren.
Oh,
Okay.
7 grandkids.
Wow.
Oh my
How does it
God.
work
family.
though? Side comment. If she's in Maryland,
Wow, these are all great questions.
Well,
but
I
how
will-
does that work? Like genuinely.
Well, sometimes they move and sometimes
but
it
here's
breaks
the thing.
them up.
This is
Yeah.
but this is kind of what we get into all the time, which is like when you're single and 25, it doesn't. You're like, whatever, I'll move to you, or you'll figure
Yeah.
it out. When you have grandkids and children,
That's what
in
made me
two
think
different
of
states,
that.
you're like,
Yeah.
wait, am I going to leave my kids, or are we going to meet in the middle? So like, how is that going to
Now,
work?
I will say this. She's in Maryland. He's not a Californian.
That's true.
No,
New
he has
York
not
and
far.
Maryland, it's
Yep.
not too far. So that doesn't feel... A lot of these guys are from California, which
Yeah.
is a big... And a lot of them have kids. It's a big
and she left the show last time
Because of her kid.
had
Yes.
something going on. So,
So
that means
she
she's
is
extremely
deeply connected.
dedicated to being close to them.
And I don't know if she's retired or if she might still be a school administrator, which then is a very, very busy
Right.
job.
Yeah, you're packed.
Your schedule is absolutely slammed.
Well, he owns his company too, so maybe that means that he has.
Yeah, if you're
People-
64 and you own your own company, you're most likely like it
Have
runs
people
itself.
do- yeah,
Probably at this point.
hopefully.
He's looking for a genuine connection with a sincere woman. He can see a future. He truly believes it's never too late to find love. In his free time, he likes exercising, cooking healthy meals.
Short. It's
mean-
not a lot of information, so I don't know if that says anything.
I know. I'm trying to think what I would put in like my paragraph.
Well, here's the thing that's tough is that they like it's stuff that it's information you offer, but then you're also not the one who writes it.
Right.
So they have people who write it. So we always
Chat
wonder.
GPT.
But sometimes the biggest descriptions
Don't
are
do
people
anything.
that go day one. So
They
it
throw
is.
us off.
I always end up being like, oh, it didn't give me a lot of information, so he's probably not. But some of like the shortest ones are people who end up going the entire way.
I think he's undeniably cool, and he's also very good looking. But like this picture says, like I'm effortlessly cool.
Yeah.
So
He's tall.
I think he'll do well. I think that like he'll make it at least halfway through, just based on the like.
Yeah, I
You know
mean,
what I mean?
he's
Just based on the swag
he's
alone.
extremely attractive, and I like all
For
of
me,
his
it's
fun
just
facts.
it's the effortlessness though that she it's going to be like very attractive.
I love that he bowls, so he's
we
Yeah,
love
he's
that he
in.
bowls, so he's in with Katie.
in. I get it.
We feel good about you, Christopher.
Yeah, it's looking good.
Best of luck. Okay, let's move on to the next gentleman, but first, one more quick pause. Well, fam, it's been hot. Like crazy hot. Like
Yes,
wildly
melting.
hot. Okay, like 110 yesterday. Not sure where you all currently are at this moment, but likely you are also sweating. And here's the thing, you know when it's so hot, there's no escaping bad smells, okay? They get all up in your nose and live there for hours. Well, if you have a kitty, listen up. One smell you won't have to worry about lingering in your house is the cat's litter. That is if you use Pretty Litter. This litter is absolutely amazing. My dad, the cat king, uses it, and his house always smells like his baking and not the kitty litter. Even in this heat, people, even in this heat, Pretty Litter's non-clumping formula traps odor and moisture. It's ultra absorbent.
Yeah, and it's also lightweight, low dust, and 1 6-pound bag works up to a month, which is amazing. And if that wasn't enough, Pretty Litter ships free right to your door. So you never run out. You don't have huge kitty litter bags taking up space. And even better, you don't have to lug those huge tubs from a store to your car and into your house. Pretty Litter makes it all so easy.
And I think my favorite part, honestly, is the peace of mind with this litter. Pretty Litter changes color to indicate early signs of potential illnesses in your cat, like urinary tract infections, kidney issues, and more. It really is the best. I've seen it with my dad and how there's no smell, that small bag that lasts for months, which is unbelievable, the peace of mind he gets, and no dusty kitty footprints everywhere. Pretty Litter's amazing. You have to try it. Go to prettylitter.com/momdad to save 20% on your first order and get a free cat toy. That's prettylitter.com/momdad to save 20% on your first order and get a free cat toy. prettylitter.com/momdad. Terms and conditions apply. See site for details. Okay, next we have Dan.
You use
Interesting.
that cursor though. I just
So
need to see
Dan,
Like I see his whole face.
Yeah.
Now that I
move
have
the mouse.
2015,
yeah, so
I need to do
Dan is older to me. Dan's giving me like 68.
Okay, a little bit
Dan
older.
gives Hollywood industry vibes.
Does he? to
Interesting.
you?
I'm getting
Or finance bro.
rancher.
Okay.
Dan owns like a huge. Dan owns 6,000 acres in like Wyoming.
Okay. I literally agree with you and also severely disagree with you because when I look at Dan, I'm like, this man gives to me doctor and he made a bunch of money.
And now
and
he
then he
moved.
saw Yellowstone
Yeah,
once
I
and
bought
he
the
bought
jacket.
a jacket
Why
and
are
a
they
ranch.
all wearing jackets?
They're all like
this?
in these like these
leather,
either suede or leather,
suede.
like in like these
like-
Well, the
neutral
art.
tones.
I will say the art director on this.
I know they really crushed it.
Great job. It
Crushed
looks
it.
Do they
fantastic.
dress them, by the way?
I
Does
think they do everything.
I don't
Okay.
think they dress them.
Really?
Maybe these older gentlemen
They
may
gotta have a
dress
rack.
because everyone's style is pretty. But remember, Charles was like, "Hey, I'm a fashion god," and his style was definitely like it stood out. So I
Yeah.
think maybe they dress themselves still.
Maybe. but-
Charles is like, screw you. I'm wearing
I'm wearing my gorgeous shirt and my necklace.
yeah. But it all
I'm
matched.
wearing my
But the
necklace.
reason why I think someone else dressed them is because they all match the background really nicely.
Well, maybe they were given a direction and
Right.
it had to be like a
Beige
neutral
vibe, yeah.
tone. But
Doctor.
I'm telling you, doctor, because his face does not give me relaxed. He's giving me very tense.
Twitched.
He's stressed out. He's seen stress in his life. Okay.
yep.
This man has the face of a surgeon to me. Like he has seen and known stress. And then he's like, I'm retired. I'm done. And now I love Kevin Costner. And I've been told my whole life that I give Kevin Costner a little bit. So
Okay.
now I love Yellowstone and I've bought this ranch. And honestly, this ranch is overwhelming me a lot. I didn't think it was going to be as much work as
Didn't
it is.
expect cattle to create this much stress.
Well,
I thought it was gonna be chill.
I thought it was going to be like kind of sexy and
I
I,
thought it
was
was
going
gonna
to
be like
find
I'm
my
drinking
wife.
the milk every morning and we have eggs. Now it's like I got to figure out what
He's
the
like,
fuck to
I
do with
have
these
to
7,000
actually-
cattle.
He's like, I have hundreds of acres and I don't know what I'm supposed to do with it.
Apparently, I need to like dig a well for water. Like this is a nightmare.
But
This is what he's giving me.
surgeons don't retire that young. They're like
Young? I mean, he's like probably 68.
Was he
I'm
No,
guessing.
Late
they
60s?
they will be a surgeon until they tell them they're no longer a
Whoa.
surgeon. Is my vibe. He's someone. He invested well.
What about a lawyer?
Lawyer. I always forget about all the occupations.
I always
There
forget
are
about the job.
there are
I,
so
forget,
many
I forget about
jobs.
the jobs because we live in LA and everyone does the same thing.
Every guy I talk to does the same.
I'm like, oh my god, they're
thing.
all
trying to be actors.
Either way, there's ranch.
You think ranch? Okay, so
Yeah.
Montana.
But he's
Yeah.
giving me new ranch.
Okay.
It's not
Fresh ranch.
It's not original ranch.
So what's that mean?
It's that it's
Like
going
he's
to
new
be
to the ranch
doctor,
game.
lawyer,
Oh,
and
okay,
he just
okay.
recently moved to Montana or Wyoming.
I say OG ranch.
No, he's not an OG ranch. You can tell by
Yeah.
his skin. Like, you can tell by the wrinkles. You can tell by the crow's feet around his eyes.
Dude, I'm getting that.
He's not-
Farmers aren't like fresh faced. Farmers aren't like, oh my
no,
god.
but he's
I
too
got-
fresh faced.
That's what we're saying.
Oh.
He doesn't have that. Like,
He doesn't have
I've-
enough hardened energy.
No, he-
No,
He's-
he's been in an office.
And I feel and I'm getting like skincare. You know?
He loves
Wow.
a serum.
That's so funny. I'm not seeing that at all. All right.
No, there's no way he's lived on the ranch his whole
No.
life.
Okay.
Okay.
Ready?
Let's see. Dan,
Nervous.
private
Wow.
investor in Florida.
I literally read that as private investigator, and I was kind of more into it.
You're
I
like,
was
oh my
"Ooh."
God, Dan, you're so mysterious. Honestly, why? A private investigator, I would live. Live for a private, a PI, a spy.
Scary. Handsome catch.
With a big heart. The private
Ooh,
investor is
okay.
optimistic, loyal, an open-minded guy. He likes the simple things in life, like a Saturday morning at he likes the farmer's market.
But he's never
But he's
gotten the eggs together.
he hasn't done that himself.
He hasn't
He's got
plucked
2
the eggs.
daughters and a sister. He values the close relationship with women in his life. He's currently the happiest he's ever been and wants to meet the right woman.
I do
That's-
like that.
Mhm.
I like
I know,
happiest
but
I've
I
ever
don't
been.
think-
But you don't believe it?
When us
else you
single,
wouldn't be
when
here.
us single people are like, I'm the happiest I've ever been. We're lying. We are literally, we're like, oh, and I've never been happier. We are liars.
Yeah, it's like I lost my job, but honestly,
Oh my
the
God,
freedom
it's
is
like,
incredible.
It's crazy. I'm the happiest I've ever been. Yeah. You know what, Dan? You're a liar.
You wouldn't be on a
we're lying.
It wouldn't be
We're
on a dating
lying.
show if we were
we
that
wouldn't be going
happy.
to the Golden
You're a
Bachelorette if we were-
liar.
yeah, we're lying. We're lying.
I'm so happy. I cannot wait to change
Yeah.
my entire life.
I'm like, oh my God. Okay.
He hasn't had look at that. He hasn't had much luck with dating recently.
He's miserable.
so he's
He's miserable. And I
He's
can say
smiling
that
through
at
the pain.
33. I'm like miserable. Yeah. We love your sons at
Yeah, if you have any
send
sons.
the sons.
send the sons at momandad.com.
Dan loves to picnic at the beach. He loves to sing, just not in public. So he's kind of a shy guy.
He's shy.
He's a big reader of historical biographies. Dan seems
I will say
kind
though,
of boring.
no, but let me be honest with you. Dan's rich as fuck.
What
Because
is it?
a private investor means you invest your own money into businesses. You gotta have, like, if you're working for a company as an investor, that means you're investing other people's money. Private investor, I might be wrong, but it means I am so rich, I'm my own venture capitalist.
So what you're saying is
He's rich as fuck.
What you're saying is he loves to picnic at the beach, and by beach he means private yacht.
He means the front of his yacht. Private investor
The beach
means
is the front of his yacht.
He's like
low-key-
it means yacht.
private
Yahtzee.
investor means I have so much money, I'm playing with it. I'm like coming up with ideas. I'm going, oh, this guy I met, he wants to start this whole thing. I'm going to pay for it. Oh, this guy wants to buy this whole like thing and start a business down at Naples, Florida. He wants to buy 15 boats and rent them out. Oh, I'm going to buy all the
Naples is
boats.
super bougie too, right?
Naples, Florida is a big, I
Yes.
believe it's like the bougie golfing area.
Yeah.
Or that's Jupiter. Anyway, private investor.
Who knows anything about Florida?
But private investor. Oh, you do. Yeah, you do, right?
Like, not really though.
But
But he wants
Naples?
to take me somewhere romantic. Like
Yeah.
Florida.
Florida. I know that's from something.
just
Private
a
investor.
quote.
Yeah, so I
No,
will say
he has money.
his money.
What do you think he sings? What's his karaoke song?
Luck be a lady.
No, something from Journey.
Or like
Oh,
Mike?
you're right.
He's
Oh,
a Journey
God.
guy.
Foreigner.
Yeah, or it's don't stop,
Stop.
believing.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Classic rock.
Dan would sing that. Or a Beatles song.
Rich and boring. Sorry, Dan.
Rich and boring. If
No
you say,
shade. You know what I mean?
What do you think he packs in his picnic though?
Low key, he kind of looks like Joan. If Joan, like, you know what I'm saying? He kind of has
Yeah,
Joan look.
he's
Like,
short.
Doesn't he look like Joan? If you said Joan,
He could be like
AI.
AI.
He
Like
looks like
or
AI
He's
Joan.
like Joan's brother.
exactly,
For sure.
exactly.
He's
Joan's
short,
brother.
but what would he pack in his picnic basket?
I think
I thought you were gonna say he's short, but what's he packing? And I was like, holy shit, I don't know.
This is PG.
I literally was like,
This is
why
not
the-
rated R, Evan.
Okay.
My God.
you're like that took a turn.
Get your head out of the gutter.
He loves his picnic. I feel like this. He's a big wine guy.
For
It's
sure.
only bottles of wine.
It's 5 bottles of wine.
But he's like a wine guy. Like he knows wine.
well, because he's
and he has
very
a
well.
cheese
That's what I mean.
tax.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have to pay the cheese tax.
That is Ember loves like when dogs eat cheese, you pay
gotta
the
pay the
cheese
cheese
tax.
tax.
That's a reference to
just
that, just as a heads
learned
up.
The cheese tags, but also
She's like,
a
"Can I
lot
show you
of
that?"
cheese. Like I feel
Oh,
like
yeah.
he would actually have a
From
picnic-
France.
yes, his basket would be poppin'. You'd really enjoy it. The basket would be delicious and the wine would be top tier, but the conversation would be pretty slow.
You just get drunk, Joan, and just breathe through it. Next.
Next,
Just enjoy the vacation.
sorry,
Yeah,
Joan.
yeah.
I'm sure
Just
you're
breathe
super
through
sweet.
it.
Next, we have David.
I don't.
Now everything
No,
we said about
David
the last
is the
guy,
real rancher.
he's the real
He's
rancher.
the real rancher.
Are you joking? He does this.
Yeah, because
guess I couldn't
those
see-
hands. Look at his hand.
He has
That's
rancher.
like, dude. I
He's tried to
built
be an
many
actor.
fences.
You
No,
think
no.
Da-
He once tried to be an actor.
You don't think that's rancher?
Nope.
I
I think
guess-
he dabbled in acting. And then he
pose-
did. I don't know. I'm like,
I guess the
I'm
pose
concerned with his
now,
hands.
I guess the pose now is throwing me
pose
off
throws
because
me.
the pose does not feel rancher, but
doesn't
everything
feel
ab-
authentic.
But everything about David gives me rancher. The look, the
no.
energy, the hands.
Joan,
the
run
face.
from David. Joan, if you're listening, run.
Oh my gosh, you're feeling it deep.
You're
I
a
don't-
hater.
Because I don't like that hand position. I think he's like, I've been waiting my whole life
He's been waiting his whole life for this moment.
for this moment.
And he thought it was
it's-
going to be when he was younger, and
And
now
it's bizarre.
I just love
Anyone that looks at a camera and does that, yikes, run. Sorry, David. You might be the nicest guy out there, but if this were Ruth, I'd be like,
Well-
Ruth, we got a blast.
we're swiping.
We're
also,
swiping,
does
yeah.
like David get highlights? You know what I mean?
Potentially.
maybe.
Because that kind of like a light, nice, like blonde upper top vibe going
Yeah, it
on.
could be sun-kissed,
Is
or
it
it
a
could
toupee?
be a toupee, or it could be professional.
I just gotta say,
highlight work.
I just want to say, like, I'm loving this like look that everyone has.
I
Like
know.
the backdrop with like the Indiana Jones jacket energy is
Yeah.
like I'm loving it.
Jess, how are you feeling?
Turned on.
But don't you think? Don't you think this is amazing?
Ford, you know she loves Indiana Jones. She's
Yeah, but
like,
don't
I've
you think
been
this
here.
is amazing? It is
It
a
is.
fantastic. It makes
It is.
everyone look
You're not
mysterious
used to doing
and
the
cool.
cast bios with us. Sometimes the pictures are so bad.
Usually it's like a
and the
light blue backdrop
it's
with some
just
like-
like corny
They're
and
like,
not
we
it.
found a corner.
Yeah,
They
no,
found
no.
a great corner in
A
like
lot-
a Tuscany style.
A lot of
home.
times it's like mall.
Yeah, they're doing a lot of earth tones.
It's vibes.
Yes. You know, speaking of though, this Indiana Jones, maybe he's our archaeologist. And he
No.
knows how to pose because he's written a book
Wow, you
about
guys
archaeology.
are so kind. I feel like you're
You
giving
don't
it.
like David? I love
No,
David.
You love
don't
David.
Like David. I feel like he's very tall, which we love.
He is tall. He's tall as
Katie
shit.
loves
I'm
a tall
like,
man.
I'm thrown off by his pose. I really am.
Okay.
He's like trying too hard.
Maybe
he's like hiding something.
He didn't even make that pose. They superimposed his hand to like make it look like
no,
that.
No.
Okay,
you think
cool.
do you
He's
think David's hiding something?
I think he's hiding something. I think someone that tries that hard for a headshot or knows what to do in a headshot, red flag.
Like get rid of the hand and it's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This hand.
The face too is very much like I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, his smile
David
feels crazy.
David is either a rancher or a billionaire. Because that's a billionaire like move just to be like you know company website and
The
our
hand-
proud and our brave CEO.
I'm gonna go professor.
Wow.
I
You're
went
generous.
rancher. I'm gonna go professor.
You're generous. You're generous. I'm just getting red flag.
Okay, so
I
red
don't-
flag. Got it.
flag. Okay.
I'm gonna say rancher.
All right, let's go. What is David? Austin,
You're joking.
Yo, that's
you are
actually
joking.
Austin, Texas rancher.
We've never once seen rancher.
Do you
We've
think-
never
once.
seen
Oh,
and I
never
didn't
once.
say ranch owner. I didn't say
Yeah.
wild. I said rancher. That's low key
That's
amazing.
impressive.
That's actually, I'm very much impressed.
So how do you feel now?
Whoa.
I still feel like he's like, I looked up how to pose for a headshot.
Okay,
He's older, 68.
68.
Yeah. No, that even.
He's a sweet soul who's ready to love. He's thoughtful, sensitive, and kind.
But who determines
I
that?
know, I know. It's
do
always
they
it's
say
always
it themselves?
I think so.
Now,
Are you a self-proclaimed
no,
I'm
this
sensitive?
is interesting. He put a pause on dating for 16 years to focus on his kids. Dating for 16 years?
This man,
My
might,
mom did that, but
this
okay.
man might be the kindest.
Maybe.
one of them all.
So he
And
definitely
you just
like
dragged him. How
well,
do you feel?
He loves.
feel okay
you
with
see this?
that.
He loves running marathons.
Oh wow, at 68.
Whoa.
Holy smokes.
He wants to travel the world.
Okay, now the question is
Cold beer on a hot day.
When you say a rancher in Texas, are we talking about like a proper rancher, or
Yeah.
is this like
Like he makes
is
ranch
this like
dressing? Like what?
oil money rancher?
Yeah, Austin. Isn't Austin like not ranch vibes?
So I'm like, is this like
It's like-
oil guy?
Yeah, are you like a Silicon Valley rancher? It's like, wait a second. Austin, Texas is like
But here's the thing about Austin, Texas, is that there are women everywhere. I'm a bit of a red flag with this guy. His
Player,
photo,
maybe player.
this weirds me out.
Do you think that if he wins, that after there it's not going to go well?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I'm
love
predicting.
I love a prediction.
I think he's going to be tall. I think he'll be charming. He lives in Austin.
yeah.
Anyone I've ever met from Austin is charming.
His hero is his 91-year-old mother.
That's also kind of a red flag. It feels too.
You know when you hate someone's face and everything, no matter how
No.
beautiful it is about
No,
them?
you know
Here's
what,
the thing, though. It feels too obvious. You're like,
Oh.
oh, I'm too good
Two
to
on
be
the
true.
nose.
I
Two on the
will,
nose.
Two
I
on the
will
nose.
say, following what Aunt Katie is saying,
Yes.
this is giving big too perfect energy.
Yes.
Ah, okay.
Like so sexy, rancher, loves a
Dating
cold
for 16
beer.
years.
He's either like the loveliest guy ever, and so sorry, David, or it's just too good to
Yeah.
be true. And we're
Too good
trying,
to be true.
and we're pushing feelings like.
Yeah, no, but one thing I will say is just cool is like ranching is such a like, I feel like a dying art. Like it's such a thing of like an olden time that it's very romantic to me. The idea
Sure.
that there's this guy who like has land and like works with his hands. And
But when's the
builds
last time he
fences
was a
and-
rancher?
In 1962 was the last time he did. Yeah,
Now,
I don't know.
I
Yeah,
think-
like when's the last time he was out on the ranch?
I do think that David's going to be dreamy.
Yeah.
I think he's
He'll
going
be
to
charming.
He's
He'll have
tall,
a southern,
He's
like
got
he'll have that
soft-spoken.
accent.
soft spoken, and he's a little
He'll
bit
have
like
that
Never
drawl.
says too
and
many
kind of like
words.
looks. He walks in the limo, looks down at her, and he's like, "Well, howdy do, little lady." And she's
He takes his hat
gonna
off.
He's definitely gonna wear a cowboy hat, 1,000%,
and he's
and
gonna
boots.
and he's gonna look
He's gonna have
hot.
boots.
He's gonna look hot coming out of the limo.
I
He
hope-
looks 6'3", 6'4".
and Joan's
He's gonna be tall.
and Joan's gonna be flustered.
And I
he
hope
might
him-
get the.
first impression rose.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
mean, this is Marlboro Man.
yeah.
I
he
hope we have our
does
first
give-
smoker on the show.
I don't think we're gonna get that.
That'd be sick if he just comes out and he just lights a cigarette and
By
he's just
the
like,
way,
"So what's your
everybody-
name, sweetheart?" I'll be
Evan,
like,
I have to.
"Oh my
I
God."
think every episode of we've never talked about this. I think every episode of the show we watch, Evan always starts laughing to himself because he has this fantasy of randomly someone in the cast being like a huge smoker and just being on a one-on-one date and just lighting up a cig and the lead being like
Yeah,
just,
there's
like,
something so
smoking
funny to me about someone who just
inside.
can't stop smoking.
just ripping a cig inside and the camera's just like
Yeah, or even
I would
just,
be
or,
dead. I'd be like, disgusting. You're gone.
or even
Next.
just like, you know how like people drink and then smoke, right? Like the
Yeah.
idea that like all the guys are having wine in the house and they start smoking
And they're just, like,
outside. And they're like,
ripping
"Oh, it's my turn.
ciggies."
Hold on a second," and they just put it out. And
I
then
mean,
go see
honestly,
her.
with some of these older gentlemen,
what
there
I'm
might be
saying.
some ciggies getting ripped.
If this
Definitely
guy's been in
cigars.
Austin, Texas for 50 years, like,
No, this guy's a red flag. I promise you.
okay,
All right, I'm gonna stick to this. I'm gonna look back.
she's
because
gonna be hot for him.
I think
No,
she's gonna be hot
look.
for him.
I'm not saying he's not gonna go
He's
far.
a dangerous,
but
cool
do
guy.
I think he's gonna be this? I'm telling you, this is
Yeah.
crazy. He's like waited for this moment.
Dude, David drinks 1,000 beers. Like he can drink so many beers. Like it's crazy.
when they
David,
say
like,
he
he'll put
enjoys
down
a cold
30
beer on a
beers.
hot day,
Yeah.
he means
He's like-
50.
He's
like-
an animal. He can drink 400 beers and wake up at 6 a.m. with the cows. Like it's we've never seen anything like
He
that.
definitely has like a horse, and he's gonna bring up the horse. He probably has multiple, but he's gonna bring up his favorite horse to Joan. And during a one-on-one date, they're gonna meet his horse, and the
Yeah.
horse is gonna be named like Apollo or Odysseus or
Oh,
some
see, I
sort
was
of like.
thinking,
Or
like-
Selena.
Like I was thinking like a
Selena.
girl's name, like it's gonna be named like Sally, and he's like.
See,
Sally
I feel like-
treats me
I
well.
feel like it's gonna
he's
be-
He's gonna say this. Can I? Sorry to interrupt. He's gonna go like this. I want you to meet the woman of my life who means everything to me. and then it's this horse.
Catherine.
And it's like, you know what I mean?
With an
It's going to be
RYN.
some romantic horse thing. You know what I mean?
I think that he's gonna have a horse with like a Greek mythological name, and
Apollo.
then because he's gonna be like, I love Greek mythology, it's gonna make him even more interesting to her and more swoony.
Okay.
I just see red flags. Like even at 60.
We get it. You fucking hate David.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bye, David.
We
I
shall
love
see.
David.
We shall see.
Well, I'm
David.
telling you this.
Yeah.
We're gonna have
I don't
a
like
combating.
That hand,
we're gonna have
yikes.
combating energy between Evan and Katie. We'll see what
We'll
we'll
see.
see.
I'm like,
how it goes
okay.
down with David.
David, I love you.
Okay, next we have
Gary. Good time, Gary.
Gary's obviously has a great personality.
Yeah, Gary.
I mean,
His
Gary,
glasses, he's like a little carefree.
he has a literal sparkle in his eye.
like classic smiling with your eyes.
Yes, he has Gary. Okay, Gary is an author, but for children's
Yes.
books. Like,
Okay.
Gary is passionate.
Go, Gary.
I feel like he's a nurse.
Oh, that's
I
a good
feel
one
like he's a
too.
nurse. He works with children.
Okay, so like a pediatric nurse.
Yeah, like he's just, or you know what, maybe adult nurse, but he just like he's in there. He's smart.
he's
He's charismatic,
Like when
but
people-
he's kind of serious.
Like if you're someone who's going through some stuff and you're regularly in the hospital, you ask for Gary.
You're like, where's Gary?
You're like, is Gary
You're like,
working?
Where
You're
is
like,
Gary?
One eye open. Where's Gary? He's
Yeah.
definitely a nurse. Look at his collar.
You know what? Now that you're saying nurse, because I've been getting lots of blood drawn recently, Gary is giving me like the person that I pray for who draws my blood, because I have to ask every time I get my blood drawn if I can lay down, and I'm kind of a burden because I always faint.
Right.
And Gary is giving me the energy of someone who would be like, it's okay, deep
No
breath.
problem.
Fine. He's
Like-
like, oh my God, Jess is back in here.
Jess
yeah,
is
yeah.
back,
Get her
and
that
he's like, lay
cookie.
down. We're
Yeah.
gonna get you a cookie. We're gonna get you lemonade, and he'll talk to me the entire time, and we'll laugh, and we'll have a nice time, and he'll distract me from not fainting.
Okay,
like,
Gary watches Bravo. He watches Bravo.
Don't
He's
even
like,
say
an
that.
ex-girlfriend got him into it, and
Into
now
the
he's
Housewives.
addicted. And he's like, I watch not all of Bravo, but like he watches like a handful of shows.
Yeah, he loves the Housewives. He's
loves
like
The
up to
Housewives.
date with like the current OC season.
Ugh, of course, he's from California.
Yeah, Gary gives California. See, I was really feeling children's author, and I think I'll stick with that.
Right.
But now when you're saying nurse, I literally feel the energy of like, that's what I want for Gary, because
Medical.
personally I'd be like, Gary would make me feel so comforted when I have so much anxiety. Maybe therapist.
Oh, I like that too.
Real estate agent.
All of a sudden, like,
He's
Scuba
either-
diver,
I don't know. I'm gonna
underwater
say-
welder. I'm getting. Okay, he's wearing Persols.
oh,
What are Persols?
Those are his glasses.
Oh my God.
and
Which
Persols
are-
are very
They're
expensive,
very
right?
cool. They're very cool. I'm a huge fan of Persols.
So he has to be
sunglasses.
medical.
No, I think he's a creative director. He said, "Fuck you," and this two-tone backdrop. I'm
Yeah.
rocking the blue. I like it.
Yeah.
I have Persols on. His
No leather.
No leather. He's got
leather.
a chain on. The hair and the beard is like perfectly like speckled with gray. Like it almost looks like he did it. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
it's like
it's intentional.
It's completely uniform in where it's gray and where it's not gray. Like to me, I'm getting creative director. I'm getting like, you know, J-Lo's creative director or something. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
wow.
like a vet in the business.
I hope a different creative director.
Okay, yeah, not J-Lo, but you know what I'm saying? But like
God
a vet.
bless
But like a
him.
vet is more what I'm saying. Like he's been in the
Yes.
game,
Yeah.
like he's probably in his 50s. And I'm going to say that he's like a vet. So he's like done the greats. He's like,
He's like Levi's or
Right.
like classic
like he's
brands.
he's been in the
Classic
game for a
brands.
long time, and he's just comfortable. He lives in New York, and he's like he's like creative director in New York.
Oh,
Okay,
Evan, I'm
know.
into that.
Yeah.
If he's not a nurse, he's a creative director.
Gary's very dynamic.
Gary
Gary can do it
walks
all.
into a party and he always has a joke.
I mean, I'm telling you, literally there's a sparkle in his eye.
There is.
The camera caught a literal sparkle. Okay, I'm gonna stick with author.
Okay.
And so you're gonna go nurse, author, creative
Creative
director.
Creative director.
Okay, Gary, what are ya? Palm Desert, California, retired
65
finance executive.
But I did say he lights up every room he
Dude,
enters.
that guy's 65.
That's crazy. He looks
I know.
50.
What?
He
Gary
we
loves
love
the
Palm
spa.
Desert.
Well, he's from
Wait, it said he loves the spa.
the spa.
Oh, okay, Gary.
Says
we
bring
are
back
same.
disco.
Oh, he's gonna be a good time.
And he's a
he
USC
dances.
alum, it looks like.
He
Sounds like.
dances.
He rides hard for the USC Trojans, so
The
probably an alum.
godson of Tina Turner.
Godson. That means like
That's like
his mother is like best friends with Tina Turner.
Wait, I have chills all
That
over my
is
body.
Crazy.
That
Can you
is-
believe that someone is going to say that Ember's godmother is me?
Katie?
Tina Turner?
One day when you're on a show like this, they're gonna say Ember's
Can
godmother.
you believe that I'm going to be in her bio?
Father of two.
Fun fact.
Fun fact. That's
So I do like this.
wild.
And I don't like it because it's like not, I guess, great for him, but like it says his dating life has been non-existent, which says to me, work family. It's not like he's had no luck. Has no luck means I've dated a lot and I haven't found the person,
Yeah.
or maybe I have a problem. Non-existent says I haven't really, that has not been a focus of mine, and now I'm trying.
Interestingly, Palm Desert, he enjoys taking spin classes, golfing, and watching The View. Gary is popular in Palm Desert. He is part of like every club. He hangs out. He has like a very lively social life.
Yep.
And maybe
Yeah.
the dating hasn't been a thing, but he is like, everyone knows Gary in Palm Desert.
Okay, now this is a real question. What is his karaoke song?
Well, yeah, because it says he's very musically gifted with a beautiful
and if
singing voice.
Tina
and
Turner
Tina Turner
is
is the
godmother,
godmother. So probably his parents were
Do you think?
all night long. His parents were probably in the industry if like
Yep.
they're besties with Tina
Bring
Turner.
back disco. So he's like, he's that
He's
era.
like wanted to be a musician, but like for some reason didn't make it.
He dreams of owning a house in south of France.
Same.
That's just so dreamy. Gary, I
just don't think it's a fit.
was gonna say I do not think that Gary and Joan, because like
No.
let's be real here.
She's like a realist.
She's a realist, and Gary has lived what seems to be 100 lives. Like
Yeah.
Tina Turner is the godmother.
Right.
Palm Desert.
Yeah.
He was in finance, so that's a whole different thing from like musical, gifted career. South of France, disco, USC. I'm getting that.
He's seen
Of
some
course,
cool
he
shit.
went there. He loves the spa, like loves the view. I don't know. I feel like Gary is probably the best person to hang out with on this cast list so far, but I don't know if I see them working out.
I have a wild question.
Please.
Is Tina Turner really your godmother?
The theories.
How do you prove that?
Oh, he's basically saying like she's like a godmother to me
Yeah.
because I love her music so much.
Yeah.
How do you prove it? I'm
Prove
dead.
it.
Prove it was
Gary, prove it.
I mean,
Show the texts.
Yeah,
if
Gary,
that's
we
the
need
case,
proof.
though, like that's actually wild.
It is
like
that means
Tina
he comes
Turner
from.
is so legendary. That's crazy.
That means his family is. Let's
He's
be real
like
too.
fully in the industry.
If I'm being honest with you too, if you're 65 and you live in Palm Desert,
And you're retired.
that means that you kind of grew up in the heyday of like Hollywood. Because
True.
Palm Springs, when he was like 25, was like the era of like Frank Sinatra, the Rat Pack.
Maybe like the fam used to go there.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Tina Turner going to Palm Springs
Yeah.
in 1965 makes sense.
Yeah.
Like that's big like Hollywood
Yeah,
royalty
Gary is Hollywood.
energy.
Maybe you'll sing Coming Out of the Limo, Gary. We sure hope so.
Yeah.
I kind of think he has to with
He
this
has
bio.
to, with, like,
I
a-
think there has to be something.
We have to get a song.
Yeah.
And I'm down with this. You know, normally I'm saying no singing.
Yeah.
No singing.
But with Tina Turner as the
Something-
godmother,
he'll be
I'm
able to
like,
pull it off in a weird- he'll laugh at
I
it.
gotta see it. I gotta see it.
Also, big fan of spas as well, sir. So good on you. Here we go
love
next.
spa.
we love a spa.
All right, next we have Gil.
Gil.
Oh, I had a Mrs. Gil in the 6th grade.
Well, Gil is his first name.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming Mrs. Gil. Gil was her last name.
It was.
So probably no relation unless
No
his name
relations.
is Gil.
Gil. Gil.
His name is Gil.
I know. I love Mrs. Gil. This guy, great teeth, great smile.
Okay, Katie, tell me if you're following this track with me right now.
Okay. I mean,
Gil is a very good looking man, and he's got like the white on the sides, dark on the top. The look, the outfit is giving me, you and I are in Orange County. And we're grabbing a glass of wine, and Gil comes up and he won't go away.
Gil dyes the top too.
Gil is very, I feel like there's a lot of wealthy men in this cast.
Yeah.
Gil is very wealthy.
I think they're all wealthy.
I think they are too.
I don't think that you can be 60 and just desert life
and be fully retired, because so many of these men, it's
everyone's
like full
retired
Yeah.
to go on the show, which I love that for Joan.
Love that for Joan. That
Yeah.
They'll be able to like spend tons of time together.
Yeah.
But Gil is giving me, we're at the wine bar and he's coming up and he's like, ladies.
With two
and
glasses of wine.
2 glasses
No,
of
you
wine.
know who he is? That guy that did this.
Oh, just random dance.
He did this.
Currently doing the robot.
No, it was
Or
like
whatever
he
this
did some
is.
kind of worm.
He did this like worm dance.
He
and
came
he
up
like,
to us and he wouldn't.
he snaked down the table. It was
He
the
he was
craziest thing ever.
gyrating in a very strange way.
It was weird.
And
It's that skill.
Yep, and we were at this like nicer restaurant in Laguna Beach, and we were just trying to have like a nice little girly moment, and this man came up and brought drinks, and he like kept dancing at us, and this man, which I feel like Gil is giving that energy, and sorry Gil if this isn't your vibe, but it's like, hey, guess how much my portfolios have made me. I drive a Lamborghini. Come
I have
outside.
a house on the beach.
I have a house on the beach.
Yes,
It's a
yes,
private
yes, yes.
private beach. Check out my car. The shirt and just the energy is serving that to me.
You picked up on a button up, and that was something I would have never seen.
And that
But I
button up
agree
is
with.
it's like
I
it's
agree
like a
with
crazy
it.
pattern.
That's
too.
what I'm saying.
So
It's the pattern.
It's like not
Yep.
effortless. It's very like, this is my going out shirt.
It's like the expensive section at Nordstrom's
Yeah.
button down shirt.
Yep.
And
It's one of those boutiques in
or like
Laguna
Neiman,
Beach.
yeah, a boutique in at Laguna Beach, or like a Neiman Marcus, like
Yeah.
a random corner of it, and he had his personal shopper
I
go
was
out
just
and
gonna say
get him.
personal shopper.
Yeah,
Yep.
go
Yep.
out and get that for him, and he is absolutely loaded. And I'm getting Orange County from him, like he's giving me Orange County.
Oh, have we met him, Gil?
I mean, honestly,
we might have met him out.
Gil at a night out
Yeah.
because it's just that energy.
This is the first time that I'm getting bad vibes.
Really?
Gil's really tough on his kids.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
that's
whoa,
horrible.
that
That's a
took a
dark
deep
turn.
dive. But
I don't
honestly,
mean
I could
it
say
in a
he's
dark
strict.
way.
He's
I mean
like,
just like he's really fucking hard to impress.
look at that smile. He doesn't have an upper lip.
Like, you know what I'm
Scary.
saying? Like, it's one of
Yeah.
those things, like an SAT score is a given. Like, you better ace that thing.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
Like Gil's an overachiever, and Gil's very, very smart.
Gil's
He's in
and so being
finance.
his
Yeah.
kid is kind of tough.
He's like summa cum
Yeah.
laude, which, by the way, I feel like at least half of these guys are in finance so
Oh,
far.
they're
Gil,
They've all been like retired financial, like either investors, analysts.
Gil looks at fun or like as weakness. You know what I mean? Like, like he doesn't look at like choices as choices. He looks choices as weakness or strength.
Yeah.
So like you guys eating like
Fast
fast
food.
food
nuggets.
is a weakness. That's not a choice.
watching the iPad while we go to sleep.
That's
Oh my
weakness.
God, he's like
He's a
red
little intense.
flag.
He's a little intense.
Oh, Gil is so intense. Look at that undershirt.
Like he's smiling, but that smile's not natural. That's like I was told.
That's
to
a
smile.
headshot.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
told to smile.
He's like, I'm a CEO.
He's
He's definitely been a CEO.
It's gonna say CEO. It's gonna say. I mean, I could even get
tech something. Yeah,
tech. Like it's gonna be something wealthy and
wealth manager.
portfolio.
Watch, he's just like, you know,
Rancher.
philanthropist. Yeah, philanthropist, rancher. Yeah,
All right, Gil.
Here we go.
What are ya?
Da, da, da.
Mission Viejo.
Well, okay.
Educator though.
County.
Yeah, you
You
did get Orange County.
You did.
I got
And Orange County is different too.
It's very specific to say
Very
Mission
specific.
Viejo.
And not only this, Orange
Yep.
County's one thing because that could mean Garden Grove. Mission Viejo
I
is
got
like
the Orange County I was
down the
talking
fucking
about.
street from you
Yep,
when you were a kid.
Yep.
That guy looks like people, like 40 people's dads we know.
Baby girl. I born and raised Orange County. I can smell an Orange Countyan from a mile away. And I'm telling you, this is the guy at the bars when we're at the bars in Orange County.
Now, I will say,
he's an educator.
That throws a loop.
But that can mean anything.
Okay, well,
that
what
can
does it
mean
mean?
anything.
Like he sells like programs on his Instagram, or like is he
or is he like a teacher?
Exactly.
Because then that changes the energy.
No, I don't.
Perfect
he's
combination.
A skilled juggler. You know what that means.
Oh no, he's juggling at the table.
No, I know, but
he's coming up to us and
remember
juggling.
Valentine's Day, the movie, when he's like, "Oh yeah, your daddy juggles." You don't remember that?
I don't. But do you remember the bartender at the one
the juggler
bar who we called him the juggler because he wouldn't stop juggling? Okay.
Yep.
Anyway, the
Gil's
educator.
favorite way to show affection is holding hands.
Ew.
And he's reaching out for Joan's hand. Ew, that is kind of gross.
That's a weird. That's very specific.
Oh, look at this though. Look at this. Gil loves going to comedy clubs with his friends and indulging in a relaxing foot massage in his free time.
Oh, he has a foot.
There's a lot of weird like hand holding and feet massage is kind of a strange.
No, Gil gives
I
me
will
red
tell you
flags.
though, the loving to go to comedy clubs is maybe why I'm feeling like I know him too, because we are always at the comedy clubs, and I'm telling you,
and
there's
he's probably
there's
come.
Gil. There's just a specific
Gil.
There's a specific type of gentleman that I'm just feeling.
I will say
of
the
this
foot massage thing
age.
is really creeping me out.
Yeah,
It's weird, right?
It's too
It's very
specific.
specific.
He could have just said relaxing and a nice massage in his free
well,
time.
like, you know what it was? Like Gary said he likes a spa. You know what I mean?
But
this
now this is giving.
like
Gil said, "I like giving foot massages," and they switched it to a relaxing foot massage.
I really want to know what type of educator, because that really does make a huge difference.
And there's something about me right now, and I generally never feel guilty, but I'm feeling like this is a really good guy, and just this bio is creeping me the fuck out, and I don't know what it is. I'm feeling
really
very like torn with this thing. If it wasn't for educator, if it was like investor, I'd be a lot more like, Gil's
Can
gross.
we just talk about that? His favorite book is The Bridges of Madison County.
I don't even know what that is.
Wants to show the world that men can be committed and want the same kind of relationships that women do during their golden years. I don't know, you guys.
Madison County.
I'm telling you, the educator thing's really throwing me off, because I need specifics. Because if it's like he is a teacher and it's like he's been teaching in Mission Viejo for the past 35 years, I'm gonna feel a very different energy than versus if it's like, oh, he's an educator for like some big tech company where he teaches, whatever. And it's
he probably
more like,
teaches like math. I get math from him.
He's giving math.
I feel like educator.
He's giving 5-10 math.
I feel
I'm being so serious.
no, I think you might be right. But I feel like I am getting the educator is not school related. But if it's school related, he will have that connection with Joan because she's a school administrator.
Shoot.
But
Didn't
She's like,
connect
I'm your
this.
boss.
I mean, maybe he's so lovely and so sorry, Gil, if that's the case. But like,
Gil, I'm torn.
I don't know.
right now.
I'm so thrown off because when I saw the photo and I felt that specific Orange County guy,
You know
and
it.
then you were from Orange County, that I can't shake that. Like, I know exactly who this guy is.
Yeah.
Juggler and Bridges of Madison County are throwing me.
Juggler, but Juggler's giving educator.
No, it's
The
not.
kids love it.
Yeah,
No,
what
they
if that's
don't.
a sweet?
They hate it. All right, next. Last one.
The kids hate when you juggle.
The kids are
They
like,
don't.
no one
They're-
fucking like, this isn't 1948.
Because I'm like,
Juggling? We have Instagram. Are
if
you out
he's-
of your fucking mind,
if
Gil?
he's calling himself an Gil, if you're calling yourself an educator, you're definitely at least high school minimum.
You know what's interesting though is that you brought up Mrs. Gill,
Mrs. Gill,
who was
which
a
I didn't-
teacher.
I loved her.
so maybe he's also a wonderful teacher.
He could be a wonderful teacher, but the Bridges of Madison County and the Juggler is throwing me off.
Juggler just hits me as like he's trying to like juggling when he first became a teacher in 1958. Like he was like, this is the kids loved it, and he never switched it up.
I am torn by Valentine's Day, which is a rom-com movie.
Yeah.
And Patrick Dempsey is a juggler and he's cheating on his wife. and the wife goes, "Oh my God, isn't your dad a good juggler?" And and then they're like, insinuating.
That like something's going on there.
Oh, interesting.
So
Well, what's throwing me off is Orange
So-
County. And
Yeah,
listen,
yeah.
I'm from, hey, listen, everyone listening from Orange County, I'm from Orange County. But it's just, there's something throwing me off about it.
I
All right.
agree.
Last one.
Last one.
oh no. Okay, fine. Last
Ready?
one.
Last one.
Let's keep going.
Last is
Guy.
Dude, these names are kind of crazy. Chalk, Gil, and Guy.
Guy.
Gil and Guy.
A lot of my
funny.
dad's
Guy's
friends'
tall. Guy's
names
tall.
were Guy.
Isn't it funny that at one point in time, someone was like, it's like calling your dog,
Yeah.
right? Guy
Yeah.
is Guy.
is true.
Is a like that's. I don't know why that makes me laugh so hard.
It's interesting that like
Okay.
Now,
I know,
I have something to say.
I know,
I
Guy
have
is.
something to say, I have something to say.
Okay. We'll go one
You
at a
guys go
time.
first. Okay, nose goes.
Cause no, hold on.
You go first, Evan.
You can't change it. It's locked in.
I'm not changing it.
Wait, I'm not going to change it.
Okay.
Why do you think I would change my mind?
Because we can be influenced. It's lock it in.
Okay.
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 Jess, go.
Plastic surgeon.
Wow. Shit, that actually is better than what I thought. Okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna go another Orange County.
I like that.
Newport
That's really good. Yeah,
or
this guy,
LA.
This guy's done 6,000 boob
This
jobs.
man has done so much plastic surgery, and he also is, I believe, rocking veneers. Like this is a
100%.
plastic surgeon.
I can't.
Oh, you think those are veneers?
Yes.
No, you don't. There's no think.
Those
They-
have
no.
to be
Okay.
veneers.
Those are 1,000% veneers.
Okay.
Yes.
I love Guy. I think he's tall.
Jesus.
You know why I like him though? Because he literally gives a genuine, I love people that give genuine smiles to the camera.
Katie, I love you, but like,
I
there's
am
no
not
question
getting genuine
you love
smile.
like your red flag meter is so off. I hate to say it, but I gotta say,
David's probably just a doll. Guy is the problem.
Send Guy, do you have sons?
oh my god.
Okay, you think he's a red flag? Okay, I think he's tall.
Okay.
He does look tall.
He's tall.
No, I'm not even saying that. I think short.
Oh, wow.
Really?
I think actually
his
short.
shoulders. I think his shoulders read tall. You know why I like his smile? Because he's like not trying to like smize to the camera.
Ugh.
He's
Am I-
just,
No, I'm not. Dude, keep going.
No.
This is not my turn.
what do you think he does?
I mean, I think he's in finance, obviously.
Okay.
I think he
like they
smiles.
all are.
6'5".
I think yeah. I think he does finance, or he's like Guy, or I'm trying to read him. I really,
or he's Guy.
He's simply
he's simply Guy. I don't really
That's
get
his
a
blog. A simply Guy.
I think because his smile is so excited, I get Midwest, and I get real estate.
okay.
But I don't know what might be more than that.
See, I'm not getting an excited smile. I'm getting like his eyes aren't smiling.
No,
and
this
it's
is a
just
professional
it's
all the way
a
away.
plastic surgeon smile.
Really? I just get like he's like I have no idea what I'm doing here, and
Okay. All right, Evan.
I mean,
But tall.
Jess like said what I wish I would have thought of, which is like plastic surgeon all the way. His neck screams fitness. He's got a fitness neck.
Oh,
Right,
yeah.
that's a neck of an older guy who takes testosterone and is
we
like
just learned what steroids were.
right, right. Steroids are anytime you see someone over 45 who's jacked, you're like,
We
that
just
is what
learned that
steroids
this
are.
weekend, like honestly.
So
We
Guy,
really did.
Guy's
We're like, ooh.
big into testosterone.
Okay.
His T levels are screaming. He loves talking about how the fact that his T levels are like it was when he was in his 20s.
Well, no, he's younger though. He's probably in his 50s.
No,
You don't think?
no, he's 64, but he's just on T. And here's the thing about Guy.
Guy?
Guy lives in.
Do you have sons?
Guy.
Am I toxic?
Guy absolutely is the guy that hits on you ladies at the bar. 1,000,000,000%.
See,
I don't think he does dance moves.
Guy lives in Newport Beach. Okay, by the way, last time I checked, this was my fucking turn. Okay, and you guys are saying everything no about what I'm saying.
Okay,
That's
go
not
ahead.
cool.
No.
So Guy lives in Newport Beach.
Okay.
I said I wasn't going to steal it, so I won't steal it. But like,
We
he's
promised.
whatever is close. Like Like
We made a
plastic
commitment.
surgeon, I feel
What else?
so good about, but like I guess I'll just say like
Chiropractor.
I'll just
Could
say
be.
something like that because it's like
Could be.
he's so image focused. He absolutely goes to like whatever the hot bars are in Newport Beach, Orange County, all the
We're not
time.
gonna name 'em.
He's hitting on
We're not naming
women
them.
30 years younger than him constantly.
You think so?
100%. His ex-wife was his age, and it's been nothing but like women 30 years younger than him since then. His kids love him, but he's absolutely always showing up to like the barbecue with someone who's 30 years younger than him. No question
Okay.
about it.
I'm gonna
actually,
say-
I'm dead. Like, I'm curious.
I do not think that Guy is the guy who comes up and hits at you at the bar.
I don't think he has that confidence.
See, I was gonna say I think he's too, like, he wouldn't do that. The ladies come to him.
Oh,
I don't-
he's
I
No,
don't-
too
Guy's a
confident.
classic.
See,
Gets
I
in
get
amazing
the
shape
Gil,
and on testosterone in his 60s, thinking that converts to women in the 30s are going to find me really
I see.
attractive.
I'm getting like the Gil is the guy that comes up and is just like ladies, 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 and Guy, he's not going to approach. He's there. He's going to places where maybe there's like, you know, a younger demographic to like be seen.
100%.
But it's the plastic
He's, like,
surgery.
bored.
The plastic surgery or the plastic surgeon is not the guy who's going up and hitting on you. It's just not. And I'm going to stand by my plastic surgeon.
What I say?
I have a friend
Real
whose
estate.
father is very wealthy,
He's realistic.
and I've met him, and he's a Newport Beach rich guy, and he is exactly like Guy.
He is Guy.
I've been in person with his 32-year-old girlfriend.
Ooh.
And
Oh,
he's
yeah, 'cause I could-
65.
I want to be her.
Yeah. And the guy is exactly this guy.
Okay.
All right, let's
All right, here
see,
we go.
Guy.
Swipe.
Emergency room doctor.
You were the
Wow.
closest.
Yes.
I
Jess
guess
was the
tech-
closest.
Okay, but you know what though?
But
you
he's
know
a
what, though?
physician. So
No, see, it's emergency room doctor.
It's very different than
is
plastic
so
surgeon.
different than
no.
plastic surgeon.
But you got doctor energy.
I got doctor,
Yes.
but the energy I was getting was plastic surgeon, which is so different. It didn't even like hit me in that way. Like emergency room, it's like no, this man is like no.
But you did get like doctor
The emergency room
energy.
physician has dedicated nearly 40 years to helping others
Wow.
as a doctor. He's from Reno, Nevada, not Orange County.
Yeah. Okay.
And he's
But
excited about the opportunity to meet someone versus life. Guy is charismatic and confident and romantic and looking for a woman who is intelligent and funny. He loves spending time with his 4 kids and grandchild. And
Another grandpa.
Like we've seen very few grandpas and want to prove to the world that older men still have a zest. Guy does
What's
not fit the grumpy old man stereotype. That's very weird.
well,
say
'cause he
that.
probably thinks at 66 that he's like old.
But he's planning to hike Mount Kilimanjaro.
So are we.
I
As
know,
are
but
we.
I'm just saying. Like,
Guy
We're doing the
dreams
same thing.
about the Dallas Cowboys winning a Super Bowl. He's a Beatle maniac.
What's,
Okay, one of
what's
the
a
other guys
Beatle? What's a
like
Beatle maniac?
loved the Beatles. There was another guy that said that he loved the Beatles
there's
too.
something so funny about being a Beatle maniac now. It's like, dude, it's like literally being a fan of like, and he's a massive fan of Frank Sinatra. It's like, hey, nice way to like absolutely be
Hey,
irrelevant.
you know what? Listen.
Okay, first things first. I think Jessica was correct. You got doctor,
Jess was by far the
but
most
like
correct.
closest.
But my vibe was like Orange County plastic surgeon, and I don't think that that's going to be what Guy is. Emergency room from Reno, Nevada. I feel like he's going to be I think he's probably going to be pretty serious. Like, I mean,
Do you think he'll be funny?
I don't think so. To be an emergency room doctor,
to-
You're
say-
seeing horrific shit all day long.
like the level
Yeah.
of which you have to handle on a daily basis, that's so wild. I would imagine he'll be pretty serious.
Well, and to call out that you're not a grumpy old man
Typically
makes
means that
me
maybe
think that
you're
you're
a
like a
little
little
bit grumpy.
grumpy.
You're
Oof,
maybe
I
a-
hate grumpy. Like, I hate grumpy.
listen, I'm very
Evan.
grateful
Hate
for
grumpy.
doctors.
Oh, we all are.
You know what I mean? And I'm not
Beyond.
talking about things like pediatrics. I'm talking about like
Don't diss my brother.
I
That's
literally
so-
just said I'm not talking about pediatrics. I'm talking about there's something about
doctors.
doctors in general, and shout out to all doctors, and if anyone's a doctor listening or is married to a doctor, whatever, shout out. It's
Don't
obviously
talk about my brother like
it's
that.
obviously incredible. But I will say, like, being a doctor he's 66, so probably been a doctor for 40 years, right?
It
He says
said
40 years.
It says 40 years.
Being a doctor for that
30
long.
plus years.
30. Sorry, my eyes.
It has to be 30 plus years.
Well, it says dedicated nearly 40 years, right? So
Is that 40?
if
40.
you're a doctor for 40 years, you are literally kind of God, right? Like, so I will say the ego on doctors for 40 years.
I love a doctor.
I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. The few doctors that I've known in my life, they're incredible, but they're also like definitely not the most like humble, supportive.
There is a God
you know
complex.
What I mean? There's a
for
God
sure.
complex we're dealing with. 40 years of like saving people's life.
Surgeons.
That's what I mean. Is like there's
Yeah.
there's kind of a
But
level
he's
of like
emergency room.
Emergency
All right, my
room
idea is
really
wrong.
intense.
Evan, get it together.
Yeah, I don't know.
I feel
I don't
like
know what it is about the picture. The picture threw me off big time.
Yeah, me too. The picture really threw me off. But Guy, I feel as if he will be intense, and understandably so, because look at what he's been having to, like what he's been doing for 40 years, like saving
look at his
lives on the
goals.
reg.
I mean, it's incredible.
Yeah, climbing Mount
That's what
Kilimanjaro.
I mean. This guy's
like,
on a whole different level.
He's going to be really intense, and I don't know if this process, well, you know what? Here's the thing. This process can either say it's two options, either absolute no to an intense person or live for an intense person, because an intense person, depending on the personality, he might be a villain or he might be someone who's super like vocal and blunt with Joan and she might love it, or it just might be not the
We
scenario
also
for
know
him.
so little about Joan that it's like
True.
it's really hard to know what any of this is. You know what I mean? Because obviously
Yeah.
everyone's a match for somebody. So it's like Joan is so mysterious, and like we really don't know what her vibe is. So once we obviously it's going to change, but
Well, we shall
All right.
see. But Aunt Katie, thank you
God.
so much for joining us.
so fun.
Anytime.
Send your sons at your mom and dad
Yeah.
podcast.
Bring your sons,
Send your sons and your friends.
The sons and the friends.
and your friends.
She doesn't have a way to contact her, but you know what? We'll figure it out.
We'll create an email.
We'll create an
Sons for Katie
Let's
at
release-
yourmomanddad.com. We'll
Create
figure
that
that
email.
out.
DM Jess or Evan.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not often in the DMs, but we can try.
And I know that
We'll
most
do
of our
it.
listeners are not 65 with children, but if there happens to be some, or if you've maybe send your
Ooh, a
brothers.
brother. Send your brother.
That's gonna be more the
Brothers
energy.
and sons. Brothers
and
sons.
sons at your mom and dad. We've created all these 17 emails for this.
Brothers and sons at yourmomanddad.com.
Brothers and sons for Katie
Wink.
at yourmomanddad.com/Katie's interest. Please send it there.
The longest email of all time.
Or just DM them because it's probably better.
Yeah, just DM us.
Yeah, just DM.
Well, we love you so much.
love
Thank you for joining us.
So
and
fun.
family, we love you all. Make sure to tune in. Listen, keep updated, be checking the YouTube, the
Yes.
podcast, the Instagram. We will let you know. I believe the episode part 2 will be coming out on Tuesday. There's a chance it might be coming out Wednesday, but just be checking. We'll let you know Tuesday or Wednesday next week for part 2. And then next week on Friday, we have Joan's premiere episode.
Here we go.
So stay tuned. I can't wait. All right. Love you all.
Bye.
Bye.